Well, hey, good evening, everybody. And welcome to the Nearest stream. I'm Nearest, and tonight we'll be playing some Disco Elysium. Yeah, I guess it's like not even night anymore. I started super late. Sorry about that. Just kind of got tied up with doing some stuff with some friends. So, yep. But hey, here we are now. Play some Disco Elysium. I'll probably go for about 3 hours. That's my plan. Hold on. Is Cat doing this? Cat should do probably. Oh no, you're over here. Hello. Don't chew my cables. Alright, anyhow. Let's begin. Hi. Cat. Okay, what happened just now? We checked the last time we did the autopsy. Talked with some folks too. And yeah, we also figured out that the victim was shot before he was hanged. So, yeah. That's the bullet. Good stuff. What the hell? Alright. How many points do I have? I have 3 points to play with. I should probably think about sticking them in places. I don't know. Cool. Let's see. You are here. What am I doing? Call Alice back in a day for info on the armor. Oh. Okay, so I need to find money to pay guard. Cool. Ooh, okay, we can ask him about the pissing contest since the initial inspection's done. Ugh.
Yes?
Hi. Okay, that is not enough. Hi. Don't chew on that, dude. Come on.
What about me?
Wearing a revolutionary air brigade jacket, aren't you?
What? This? It's just seasonal clothing.
Oh. Those look like airman's pants. Good for storing tools in.
Where is this going?
You see, Kim, I have this place in my head, point to your head, where I develop new ideas and connections. Nowhere, let's change the subject, but still keep it on you.
Interesting. I think it's called the brain.
I mean, you're not wrong.
It's no mere brain.
Yes, a brain. No, it's more than that. No, normal people don't have this. It's like a mind laboratory. Spiritual R&D division. No, a palette. No, better yet, a painter's atelier of concepts.
Okay, art club.
Art club! Okay, indeed, in this atelier, I have realized that you harbor some kind of sentiment toward the Revolutionary Air Brigades.
I do not harbor a sentiment for Revolutionary Air Brigades in particular. Okay, I wanted to become an aerostatic pilot. Then I turned 10 and realized we no longer have an air force.
Are you sure the Revolutionary has got nothing to do with this?
Absolutely nothing.
Okay, thanks.
Good.
Glances impatiently at his electronic wristwatch.
Good. Let's change the subject. What do you want to know?
Okay, now that we've inspected the scene, I want to know more about this pissing competition you mentioned.
What's there to say? It's just stupidity.
What kind of stupidity?
The cop kind. Our precincts can't decide if Martinez is part of Jamrock or the Industrial Harbor. Yours or mine, as if we somehow own parts of the city. Typical street gang mentality. So we've let the Union make a mockery of law enforcement here. And now it's come to its natural conclusion.
Ah, so this is a struggle over who runs Martinez.
Well, sort of. It's less a matter of who gets to police Martinez than who has to. It's an orphan district, in other words. I think the dispatch desk just told both our stations about the hanging. There was quite the brouhaha at the 57th, I can tell you that. Time to settle it, they said. Cop off. But I assure you, I am not their finest or toughest, with 102 cases solved. What I am is least interested in a pissing competition.
So he volunteered to represent the 57th, but not out of competitiveness. On the contrary, somewhere in your mind hangs a dark green blackboard. There are two columns. One says, cases solved. The other, confirmed kills. The rows are endless.
I think I need to go check on my cat. I'll be right back. Never mind, it's all good. Everything's fine. No need to panic. Look for Precinct 41.
Jean Vicmer, Judith Minot, a special consultant. What was his name? Then the rows degrade into green nothingness.
So you volunteered to spill it. For some reason, I thought you had 104 solved cases. What's special about Martinez? I wonder what this says about me, that I was sent by my station.
Well, technically, the official record keeper has been known to double-count murder-suicides.
A common accounting gimmick used to inflate precinct stats.
I'm good enough for this case. I'm not here to compete. I came because I had to. My fellow officers, the sergeants in particular, would have made this scene into a circus. Yes, I am an unrepentant spoilsport.
The lieutenant appears pleased with this. What's special about Martinez?
Nothing. It's just a puddle at the end of some drain pipe. No one cares about this place. They care about sports. Most of our colleagues don't even know how to get here. North of the interchange doesn't exist.
Wonder what this says about me, that I was sent by my station. He raises an eyebrow, thinking it best to let you make the next move.
It's all part of the master plan, you see.
I'm a highly experimental cop, but if I am right, this is outre even by my standards. I was sent to teach you a lesson in style. There can only be one conclusion. I'm the finest case-solving machine sent to outperform you in every way imaginable. It must be an augury, an apocalyptic omen sent by my people. Can you guess my message? Don't be scared, but I think I might have supernatural abilities. I probably have an unbelievable kill count of 3. I'm going to leave why I was sent unspecified.
Okay. Style me.
Oh?
It's impossible to tell whether he's serious or joking.
Point to yourself. This is what a modern cop looks like. You should ease up a bit. You need more looseness.
In the new, 20 years ago. It's what a modern cop looked like then. Was there anything else you wanted to ask about the competition?
Okay, that's
If not,
enough about the
we should
competition.
move. Yes, it's a wholly pointless matter. Forget I ever mentioned it.
Okay. I would like to check my logic here. Oh, it's a thought. Okay. Is that a white check? It's a white check. Alright, let's go ahead and roll.
Look at
Nice.
you. It's because you're a failure. They sent you to slight Precinct 57.
What? No, that can't be right. Yeah, that makes more sense than the other stuff I thought of.
Just think about it for a second. You're a raging alcoholic who showed up 3 days late wearing piss-stained disco garb. You weren't sent here to win.
Kim, what if my precinct sent me on this case because I'm a fuck-up, like, as a joke?
I've considered it.
His voice is somber, so it's true, but it's not true, right?
I don't think I can say one way or another. I do think it's somewhat unlikely, though.
Why's that?
I checked the records. This jurisdiction dispute, who polices Martinez, reaches back to the 30s. It's as old as my station. And all this time we can't decide who gets Martinez? I think, yes, both stations would prefer a win.
Ha, so you are their finest. Do you see me as a safe bet?
I am the finest of nothing. Safe? No. But you're old. You've made it this far. Something has brought you through. We've only just started working together, so I don't know what it is yet. But it's there. So no, I don't think they sent you as a joke. And even if they did,
Hey!
they are in for a surprise.
The joke's on everyone.
No response. He just
Uh-oh,
arches
not the
his
eyebrow
brow.
again.
He's having trouble processing it, believing it even.
Remember anything?
Have you tried concentrating on something other than your personal affairs?
What's wrong with my
Not a
personal
fact.
affairs?
It's just the nature of lieutenancy.
The RCM deploys a self-styled structure called the Decomptage as its chain of command. Every lieutenant is responsible for 2 sergeants and 8 officers. That means the average lieutenant has to deal with quite a few personal affairs. Even you know this.
Should I concentrate
Try
on?
work. The case at hand. It can work miracles. Really? You look fine to me.
Talking serious, unbelievable damage here. I saw myself in the mirror and had no idea who I
This
was.
psychodrama is unbecoming of an officer.
Oh, Kim, come on now.
Clearly, he prefers to think you're malingering. He cannot fathom that anyone could drink so much as to retroactively erase their entire life.
It's not psychological. Some sort of major brain damage has occurred on an
Then
unprecedented
you should
scale.
consider seeking medical attention. You can use the radio in my kinema to call your station's Lazareth. Was there anything else you wanted?
Okay. Alright, I can zoom out more. Ooh.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you? Yes. The armor was produced by Fairweather in their facilities in Bétancourt, sur la Clé in 42. It was part of a special order for Corps de Pharmacie, a security firm contracted to protect the interests of Oranese pharmaceutical companies in the Seminine conflict. So, it seems the armor went to Seminine. That's where the paper trail ends, though. Even the firm has proven difficult to track. Corps de Pharmacie has been renamed several times over in the years since the armor was issued.
You know what it's called now?
The most recently registered firm that the ICP has been able to connect to the CDP is a military contractor called Trinell, and the one before it was Downwell. I think they might be the same contractor.
A suit of armor like this would have been manufactured with a particular person's physique in mind. You should ask for whom this suit was fitted.
First, does the firm continue to work for pharmaceutical companies throughout these names? A suit of armor like this would have been customized to fit the wearer. There must be a record of the person to whom it was issued.
Hard to say. Their client list is rather diverse and incomplete. The only constant seems to be that the mercenaries are always deployed in third and fourth world countries.
Fourth world? Oh, okay.
Yes, but the ICP tends to be reluctant to share private sector records. I could try to talk them into it, though.
Yes, please do try. It's imperative that we learn whose armor this was.
Sure. Call back tomorrow. Hopefully I will have more information for you then.
Well, I'm glad I called her just now. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
It will take just a moment, officer.
Her voices fade out into the familiar radio static.
Gottlieb, what do you want?
He's carelessly chewing on a piece of hard candy.
Strategy, check out. I was told a couple of Lazarus people are worried about me. I'm in a bad way, Doc. A real bad way.
It's you.
It's me! Yes, it's Firewalker here.
Firewalker? Oh, yes, you are. Just don't breathe in the general direction of your fire feet. Actually, wait. Do exactly that. Put yourself out of your misery. Take a deep, diaphragmatic breath in and...
You're an exaggerated inhale and a long exhale on the other end of the line.
It would be an artistic statement of some kind or another. Self-immolation has been all the rage in Lomangpang for a while now, especially among university students. It is particularly popular in Koh Hoi, where such acts get the most press. Young religious people protesting on the Seraise government, which they consider to be oppressive. It's also got something to do with the encroaching Occidental influences on the local way of life. You have to not like a lot of things to set yourself on fire.
Young people are stupid. I wish I was young and on fire. They should be forced to serve in the military. That's awful. I don't want to think about it anymore.
You can still be. There's time. Anyway, answer the man.
I feel like you're making fun of me. Cop sets fire to himself. That would be quite an interesting conceptual piece, don't you think?
Sounds more like a newspaper headline that will surprise absolutely no one. Now, do you have any current, pressing medical problems? With all the damage you've been dealing yourself with drugs and alcohol, I'm not surprised.
Not surprised. Okay, anything else?
What else? I'm not a brain doctor. Look on the bright side. You've got a whole new life now. Use it wisely.
It's hard to say if he doesn't believe you or doesn't care.
That's because you're hung over. Even the radio waves coming from your direction smell like liquor. Do you feel like your eyes are twitching too? That's the tiny vessels pulsating from high blood pressure, stupid officer. You might be sustaining permanent damage to your vision as we speak. Not much I can do about it. I'm not an eye doctor.
But what kind of doctor are you, then?
The busy kind. It's not life-threatening, just annoying. For you, that is. What with your reputation as a sharpshooter? Me? I've got more important things to do. And you survived it. Congratulations. Are you mobile?
Yep.
Even better. Anything else? I wouldn't worry about that. Officers your age have coronary trouble all the time. Also, death is a natural part of life.
Doc, someone broke my heart.
Look, pal, getting pumped and dumped is not a disease. People live through it all the time. You should be happy for her.
Do you know who this person was? Have I told you?
You must have me confused for a close personal friend. I am not. I am a medical professional with a constant idiot emergency on my hands.
Hey, that's me. I'm the idiot.
You hear someone whine in the background. My eye, Doc, my eye.
Isn't there anything you can do for me?
What? You want me to do blood work for you again? Tell you just how bad things really are across the board? You want another rundown of everything collapsing inside your body?
You look super stimulated right now, and I don't think that's great. Hey, come here. Come down here? No? Alright. Yes, I want the truth.
You want the real, honest-to-God truth? Stop drinking, eat magnesium and vitamin D. Our station is not a retirement home. We don't have the funds to deal with rock stars past their prime. And no, I don't want to hear a political commentary on the topic. In fact, I've got work to do. Some idiot has glued his eyelids shut with cyanoacrylate. It looks like Mactorson.
It's not fucking cryoacrylate. It's super glue, Doc.
Ah, jeez Louise. Why do you sit like this? Anyhow. Hi, my cat likes to sit in a way that she will always slide off my legs. It's great.
Cyanoacrylate is superglue.
The phone clicks. Suddenly you hear the already familiar voice.
Anything else I can
Oh, hi,
help
Alice.
you with, officer?
Nah, I'm done.
57th, over and out.
In the cabin, you see a set of steering levers, a radio on a hook, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge.
So is that done then? That's done. Okay.
As you tap on the gauge, the indicator pin jerks as if startled. It's in the large orange sector, indicating the engine is warm. Next to the gauge is a red switch labeled heat.
Now, that's enough fun with the foldable headlights. I know they are mesmerizing. They're also fragile. I'm not going to turn it on for you again.
Why does art inspire you so much?
It does, yes, but what is art? No, art is for arrogant blowhards, so am I getting this?
Excellent question. Art is a diverse range of visual, literary, auditory, and performative creativity. It's an expression of imagination and technical skill. Additionally, it's history, criticism, and pure enjoyment. In short, art is the highest form of human communication, representation, narrative, emotion, and agency intertwined.
When I fit in the art world,
Have
I mean...
you looked in the mirror lately? You have the exact features of a savage art critic, with that beard and those clothes, disheveled and prophetic. Perhaps you should try to critique architecture too.
Stupid architecture, stupid.
Yes, you
Kinda.
seek substance. No vapid representations and reproductions of social mores as made manifest in stuffy biennials. We're talking real, living art here. Become the art cop. Half art critic, half cop.
Alright. I'm interested. Okay. Wait. But don't I have to be 100% cop to get the case finished and all that? Okay, if 50% art critic is what's needed from me, or to free me from rote repetition, so be it. No, I can't risk another cop-out diversion at this point. Go away.
Quit being so indecisive. What are you going for here? Some kind of indecisive and camp aesthetic now? Strike a bold shape here. Go art or go home.
Okay.
Exactly. It's not only your duty to only catch the criminals off the street, you must also apprehend criminals of the printing press and the gallery, the trite and derivative artists and writers of the world. Go ahead and provide savage criticisms, art cop. The world is yours to rip to pieces and reassemble.
Actual art degree. -1 perception. Can't even look at this shit. It's another capo type. The worst one. The most savage and brutal. The art cop. Nothing is ever good enough for him. Everything is shit. You have to employ an armada of adjectives to depict and demean the mediocrity of the works and visual institutions around you. Really flex that critical muscle until the vocabulary for punishing mediocrity becomes second nature. Here we go. I kind of want to do this one. Do I have anything that's kind of not great? The answer is no. Tell you what, let's finish the... Because I've got 4 slots. What's my perception? It's 5. I'm getting a bonus from an item. It's all good.
A sturdy metal door guards the southwest entrance to the apartment building. It's locked. This could be a way into the apartment building the smoking man vanished into.
Good. We had enough problems with bums and drunks and thieves loitering in the hallway. You have no business here.
Can't tell her we're real policemen.
Madame, I assure you, we are real police officers.
The lieutenant repeats dutifully.
There is no reply. Just faint sweeping sounds inside.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and pause this one. Okay, Soviet socioeconomics, huh? What else am I losing authority on? Nothing. This is almost certainly a white check, so if I fail, I'll just put a point into authority just to see if I can move this thing along.
You're
Oh,
well
hey.
versed in the kind of threatening legalese that implies criminal liability, but in fact has no meaning whatsoever.
Am I?
Obviously, look at that vague yet threatening stuff spewing forth from your mouth.
Ma'am, your noncompliance is hindering a police manner. I may be forced to refer you for potential
I
prosecution.
know my rights, and don't you mom me, boy.
The voice snaps back.
But the sweeping on the other side has stopped.
Miss, would it help if we offer to show you our badges?
Oh no!
Ah, it's like a carrot to the stick, sort of.
Hold your horses.
You hear the click of a night latch before the lady on the other side gets caught in a coughing spasm.
I don't care about your stinking badge.
Good.
They're coming.
She manages to say it with a wheeze. The note reads, foreclosed by Martinez Real Estate Associates. Graffito says, a firing squad for the rich. Apartment 8, their mailbox is overflowing. Cash money. Huh. Okay. So let's draw a 5-pointed star on the wall. Wait, hold on. Hold on.
That isn't just a 5-pointed star. It's an inverted white pentagram cradled in a wreath of antlers. The iconography of communism, in other words.
Oh?
The star and antlers was developed in the 6th decade of the last century and quickly adopted by Mazov and the communards during the revolution. Even today, half a century after, the star and antlers retains the ability to evoke hope, disappointment, and fear in equal measure.
Why is the star upside down?
To symbolize the toppling of the old order. Also, some social democrats were already using it.
Alright, what's the deal with the antlers?
The wreath of antlers represents a natural crown. It was about building a society that could exist in accord with the natural world, and at the same time above it.
Why white?
Because white is the color of peace. Gone is the glory
Oh no!
of hope. Only the scribblings of impoverished students remain in dirty hallways. You are the big communism builder now. It's you or no one.
It's me or no one, guys. We'll look at that later. Alright. This box is filled with cleaning chemicals. Smells of laundry detergent. Flip up glasses, the auditor. Alright, well we got glasses now. They're not really what I'm looking for. I guess I could equip those if I need to make a check or something, but yeah, my authority's already pretty suspect, so reducing it further is probably not a great idea. Eviction notices and missing pets are plastered on top of each other. Old shoe rack, boots, sneakers, and old slippers. These shoes come in 3 different sizes. Apartment 12, a loud rumbling snore comes from within. Man, we're just going for it, huh? Moss crawls on these bathroom tiles. Actual moss. The shower curtains are covered in some sort of slime. Okay, cool. So, secondary entrance now.
This door has been closed with a padlock. A chalk-drawn number on the board says, number 11. It's a solid lump of metal, but the shackle is deeply corroded. A solid pair of chain cutters would make short work of it. Better whip out those cutters. You won't get very far otherwise. No reply.
Leave that for now.
You hear someone walking around inside, rearranging the furniture. The number on the panel says 10. The walking stops abruptly, but no one comes to the door. A poor communard, from the looks of it. The room is barely bigger than a closet.
This time, the steps come closer. Who is this? Demands a female voice, wary and tense. This is a police. Open up.
Do I have to open the door?
You hear the clacking of heels again as the other side walks right up to the door. Her tone is now getting defensively edge.
Do you have a warrant? I'm not obligated to open the door if you don't have a warrant.
Fair.
Let's go. We don't have a reason to get inside that apartment.
You're right, we don't.
It's generally easier to do things if you have literally any reason.
Give me a moment.
An elderly woman is leaning on her broom, her knuckles white as bone. She seems to be having difficulty breathing.
The cold never does any good for my bronchitis.
She sneezes into a dirty handkerchief. Are you alright? Should I call a doctor?
I'm fine. Fine. Don't you worry about me.
Starts coughing, red spots appearing on her cheeks.
Now, what do you want from me, policeman?
She's the cleaning lady. She knows the floor plan and the residence.
Who are you?
I'm no one. Just an old woman who cleans these hallways.
You live here?
If you can call it living. I have a little room upstairs right next to the coal room. It's barely bigger than a closet, but I don't complain, no. I have my bed and my aching bones to keep me company, and that's all I need from this world.
She hasn't spoken to anyone for a while. Even her sentences feel rusty.
Looking for a young male in his mid-20s, dark hair, skinny build, smoker out on the balcony.
Yes, I know who you mean. The scrawny boy who's always smoking like the devil, right?
She looks at the other end of the hallway.
Somewhere in the building, a child starts crying. You hear a radio tuned to a talk show and someone taking a shower.
What's he in trouble for?
No trouble. I just want to talk to him. Do you know where he lives?
Talk?
The cleaning lady starts laughing, but it turns into a violent coughing spasm. She squeezes her broom, trying to catch her breath.
What was so funny about that?
He lives upstairs in room 28. Go to the balcony. It's one of those doors there. He's usually home in the evening.
Okay, it is not the evening.
Thank you. We should go check out his apartment on the balcony. See if he's home.
Got a few questions about those apartments.
Ask away, policeman.
Did you know who lives in the foreclosed
The
apartment?
hell am I supposed to know? Another nut job, I assume.
Okay. Is one of the residents on a vacation? Their mailbox is overflowing.
People come and go. I don't keep an eye on everyone.
They probably just moved or died. Hopefully somewhere else.
Who lives in apartment number 10?
No one lives there. It's been empty for months.
But I talked to someone through the door.
Impossible. I would know if someone had moved in there.
She pauses, eyeing the hallway.
Maybe it's those countercultural people again. Breaking into a house like it's a public space. You're a policeman. Be good and take a look, will you?
Okay.
Great. Young people. They're worse than rats. You know, always littering the hallways with trinkets and empty beer cans.
Who lives behind the padlocked door?
Oh, that one is a scientist. A future scholar.
Suddenly the old lady's face is beaming.
I think he studies astrology at the community college. Education's good. I always tell them to study.
Astrology?
Something to do with all those stars around his door.
Oh.
He asked me to leave his drawings up on the wall.
You mean the star and antlers? I think that's a symbol of communism.
The symbol of what and how?
Communism, you know, like World Revolution, you know, the ones who support working class against capital. It's an ideology. It has some noble aims, but it's also been used to justify terrible bloodshed. It's for loons who have no idea how the economy works. A symbol for contributing to the demise of our noble state. In the name of some made-up world of equality, communism is a political ideology.
Huh. I thought Revachol was the capital.
Cool. What can you tell me about Cindy?
The artiste? Nothing I can do about her, I'm afraid. She ruins the walls faster than I can clean them. Still,
She leans on her broom.
she leaves an old lady to her business. More than I can
Oh,
say
she's
for
talking about me
others.
right now.
She mumbles some kind of a response,
What?
then hacks something into her handkerchief.
Thanks, I'm off. Yeah, we got some stuff. Some counterculture people. What's over here? sea below looks cold and wintry gray. Someone has torn down the wall. Oh, that looks like I can go in here. Yes, please. An old grocery list is on the table and checks.
You hear someone walking around inside, rearranging the furniture. The number on the panel says 10.
This apartment is supposed to be empty. Did you break in here?
Excuse me? Of course not.
You have plenty of reason to enter.
Are you cooking morphine in there?
Oh, come on.
So pause before you hear the door being unlocked.
Well, that was easy.
That was smart.
Lieutenant says, nodding toward the unlocked door. Looks like a fine mattress. Don't be ridiculous. You can hear it swarming with bugs. Blister pack of medicine peeks out of the box. You should take it. Can I? What is it? Ooh. Yoink.
Satisfied?
Oh,
My name
damn.
is Marielle Charpentier, and I'm an agent with Martinez Realty Associates. I am not breaking in, as I have every right to be here. The keys, see?
She jingles a set of keys in her hand.
Boy, there are a lot of different keys there. More than 20 at least.
Do you want to see my ID as well? You can't legally ask for it, but why not? Want to see my residence permit too?
She fumbles through her purse, fishing out a light paper-clad
It
passport.
feels flimsy in hand, with the words Revachol Zone of Control written under a nondescript municipal logo. There's a picture of her with shorter hair inside, along with all her personal details.
Nice haircut.
Thank you. Do you have any questions? I need to be back in Midtown in an hour.
What are you doing here?
I need to get it ready for the next lease, but as you can see, the previous tenant completely trashed the place.
I fuck shit up too. Sounds like they knew how to have a good time.
Ha! Sounds like you've spent too much time undercover in some rock band.
Yeah.
It's not a compliment.
Who lived here?
It was some kind of a moribund old man who used to be a business owner. You'd think they'd make rent.
She stops, hesitating.
A sudden serious look crosses her face. This story didn't have a happy ending.
But that was months ago. Anyway, was there anything you wanted, or is that it? I'm in a hurry.
Who lived in the foreclosed apartment down the hallway?
Oh, that's another huge mess. The former tenant owes us 3 months of rent. 3. We closed the apartment and planned on auctioning off the valuables, but... And again, I have no idea how stupid mistakes like this can even happen. But Ron, when he came to close the door, didn't close the neighboring door. And there's a hole in the wall. A hole in the wall. Can you believe it?
I can.
And then the tenant ran off with his stuff. He's gone. The money's gone. Just like that.
She snaps her fingers.
The sum must have been puny.
My money also disappeared, I think. It couldn't have been that much money. These apartments look pretty shabby. So, wait, what happened with the wall?
Well, it does not disappear from my hands. No, I don't let it. These apartments are perfectly fine. They have gorgeous architecture, a million-real view of the bay.
I don't know, man.
Ventilation, neighbors, life, spark, and they are affordable. I'll tell you, Martinez has a future. In a few years, it's going to blossom with artists and creatives and those radio computer wizards.
It's Brooklyn. Anyhow, so wait, what happened with the wall?
Don't ask me what happened with the wall. I have no idea how we're going to find the time or resources to fix it.
What if I fixed it all?
Both apartments are now unrentable. Both.
She's still shaking her head, manicured nails now crossed over the chest.
Of course.
She replies with a smile, but her eyes remain glazed over. She's been waiting for you to leave. Alright, let's report back. Hold on. Did I see a thing here? No, I guess not. Okay.
Give me a moment.
The cleaning lady still seems to be having difficulty breathing. Couldn't find any counterculture people in apartment 10. It's just a real estate agent setting up the room for new tenants.
I see. I hope some good people are finally going to move in. This place needs them.
Yes, radio computer wizards are coming. They're going to save the place and the economy. No one is coming. There will be nothing but squalor unless we start killing real estate agents. Lax women and sexual deviants. That's who will come spit. I'm sure it'll be fine. This apartment needs slow change. Imperceptibly slow.
We won't be killing anyone. And you shouldn't say things like that. You're a police officer.
Is that Apocalypse Cop?
There's been enough killing. I've seen it.
So this is a
This
foreclosed
door
one.
has been closed with a padlock. A chalk-drawn number on the board says number 11.
Alright, I'm going to go ahead and cut this bitch open.
This door has been closed with a padlock. The shackle snaps like a twig, and the lock falls to the floor with a little thud.
Yeah, not sure why
It
you'd
should be
padlock the
possible to enter.
outside of it.
After you, detective.
Flamboyant poster of a white star, real lithography. Photos of revolutionaries posing with guns. Books of critical theory on the monstrosities of capital and such.
A plaster cast bust depicts a middle-aged man with impressive sideburns. The name on the plinth reads Kraz Mazov. Honestly, he does kind of look like you after all.
Kim, you have to admit, this Krasmazov statue bears a striking resemblance.
Hold
to
on
me.
a second. Is this why you broke in here? To find out whether you're Krasmazov?
I'll have to consider and investigate all possibilities. No, it's purely coincidental. I'm not saying I am Krasmazov, I'm just saying we look alike.
Except that Krasmazov is dead. He's been dead for 50 years now.
Just humor me for a moment. Don't you see the resemblance? You're right. This is silly. I'm no Krasmazov.
Well, you both do seem to share an affinity for sideburns. But it seems like old Kras here didn't drink nearly as much as you.
How do you know? The bust is probably just a romanticized depiction anyways. Maybe this bust doesn't show him before he started drinking. You have a problem with alcohol.
Very well. Let's look for identifying features then. Doesn't he have a birthmark right here? What about you?
Can't tell. I can't see my face. I definitely don't have a birthmark on my left cheek.
Alright, but here's the big thing. Krasmazov looks Samaran, and you don't.
Right. That's something we definitely don't have in
Good,
common.
so you're not him. Okay, you win. Be Krasmazov then. I don't care. Why are you so hell-bent on proving that you're Krasmazov anyway?
Because I'm a communard, I believe that a powerful nation state is the only way to protect working class from subhumans. Hey, fascism, what's up? Because actually, he wanted stability and incremental progress and said, why? Because he was totally a gangster and a bank robber that went for all the cash in the world, and that's me. I'm just not sure. Okay.
Alright, Kras. You fought in the revolution and everything, if you say so. Whoever lives here definitely shares your enthusiasm.
He leans closer to inspect the photos of the revolutionaries
There
on the
aren't
wall.
many communists around. Not after the revolution. Some youth still keep the ideology going, it seems.
Let's just tend to have a bust of Krasmazov in
The
his
White
bedroom.
Star, the photos on the wall. I think we have broken into the apartment of a young communard. How fitting.
Alright, we've probably got a couple of communism bucks there. No, I guess not. Okay. Just one. Okay, what do I... So that's a jacket, huh? What's this jacket? Suggestion, less half-light. What do I conceptualization from the tie or something? Oh, the shirt. Oh! My conceptualization's pretty good, so I'm okay with not having that there. Hmm. That's odd. Nice. Yeah, because I just picked up a bullet, but it's not in my inventory. So where did it go? Okay, the suicide of Krasmazov. There's something you can't get out of your head. Krasmazov, the father of scientific communism, the premier of the Communist Party in Shestov during the anti-centennial revolution, head of the 11-day government, sidebird-toting bearded figurehead of the movement, shot himself in the mouth and died? One day in his cabinet, as things were collapsing around him, he just gave up? That's not good propaganda, is it? Be a communist, shoot yourself in the mouth. Something about this irks you. Oh, our rhetoric's pretty good. I could do that one too. Alright, let's go upstairs. So wait, I was supposed to be able to get into this empty room by finding a hole in the wall or something, I don't know. Revolutionaries love to pose with their guns.
A plaster cast bust depicts honestly. He died.
Oh, I didn't actually look in there. Hold on. Wait, what? +1 to indirect modes of taxation. What does that mean?
The luxury of fine things. Just look at those black monk straps. After spending an entire day hustling, who's to say that you didn't deserve a pair of ridiculously expensive shoes on your tired feet?
Might get some ultra liberal off of this.
Beautiful things give you a rush. It's power. Crafting your style, draping your flesh in silk and leather, deciding how to present yourself to the world. Remember, when they come to take it away from you, you worked for those shoes. Whether you like it or not, wearing these shoes has made you more liberal, ultra liberal. They're either a gateway drug or a booster pack to get you deeper into free market ideology.
Yeah, I did get some ultra liberal bucks on that.
Wow, you work hard.
I do.
Oh, yes. You hustle. You're a provider. It's tough out there, but you keep it real and provide.
What hard work do I do
Look
exactly?
at yourself. You're a human pedometer. You must have walked 200,000 steps down cracked asphalt, mosaic, sand, and linoleum after you re-emerged. That is the sign of a hustler who never gives up. The world is harsh and people are evil. You didn't make it that way, and you won't let it break you. You ride.
Yeah, I ride a little. I fucking ride till I die, bitch. I want to pick that one, but that's the ultra liberal answer. Not sure I ride.
Oh, you do. You make money.
Not
You
really.
got guild, meaning those black papers with the faces of the innocents on them. You bring in the Franco-Negros and the Solas. It ain't easy, but you do it. Day in and day out. You didn't make the rules, but you won't lose. You're a cop and a sprinter and a money printer.
I mean, yeah, I did take that bribe from that Joyce woman. Oh, and there's pawning stuff off on that suspicious Roy guy. I could say I took some money from that Manana guy too. Did I take money from Manana? I don't know that I did.
Oh yeah, you took that bribe hard. You're a killer. Sure. And has it been easy? Is life easy? Have you not gone into cardiac arrest? Are you not about to have an anxiety attack or shoot yourself in the mouth? But you still hustle 24/7, ride or die. Now, ask yourself, are you rich?
No.
That's right. You work harder than anyone. You almost rode yourself to the grave.
Hobo
and
cop!
You're still practically a hobo. Why is that?
Because that guard guy is riding my ass. The system is broken. There's a market for corrupt cops out there, but immigrant cops have price dumped at fucking taxes, man. I don't know why am I so poor.
Boo-hoo. The system is broken. The establishment is keeping me down. That's not the fuck yeah attitude you're used to. What is this? Why are you so poor? The Gart man has set himself up one of those self-replicating money structures. You should learn from it. Don't play the victim. Think hustler. Think with your head. Because of the taxes, G-Man's got his jam-covered sticky fingers in your pocket, stealing from you.
Come on,
every
savoir
time
faire.
you buy,
Settle
sell,
down.
walk, talk, fart, so much as sneeze. Aren't taxes almost non-existent in the Gossamer state that is Revachol?
Really? Every time I sneezed, I thought there were no taxes.
You and I both, but they got those indirect modes of taxation. Sales tax, excise duty, extraction tax. This tax that doesn't even have a name. Plus, there's the stuff people in other countries pay for that makes them ask for more money from you here. The Gossamer state's a myth. In total, the coalition government is taking 98% of all your money.
Are you sure? That seems like a pretty big number.
What are you not sure about? They're milking your nipples till they bleed. Can't you see? Aren't you sick and tired of having bloody nipples?
This isn't helping me solve my money problem. It's only making me into a free market type.
What are you, a racist? Don't be a racist. Be a cool immigrant, ultra-liberal free market advocate. Ride or die. Keep it straight.
I don't know, man. I feel like this is going to conflict with the communism that I've already picked
This
up.
guy's appropriating the emerging Boogie Street lingo as part of his sales pitch for the free market economy.
Are you trying to sound like a Boogie Street youth to peddle me this stuff, aren't you?
Yeah, ain't it cool? Ain't it street?
No. You're trying too hard. Savoir faire. Alright, well, that being the case, we'll go ahead and put these shoes back on. Get out of here, savoir faire. Is savoir faire. Urges you to be better than you are. Urges you to be disco, slipped by others in Samoan boxing style, then tumble out of the back with an unexpected acrobatics. Enables you to move with silent footsteps, to groove to a beat, to lift useful evidence off purpose without them noticing. Oh, it's pickpocketing. Okay. This makes you a cooler cop. His athletic flair will certainly impress the citizenry. Got it. You won't be seen until you want to be, and then they won't miss you. Yeah. That actually seems really useful. So finding some better shoes and pants would probably not be the worst thing in the world. Alright, I guess let's go upstairs. Breaker box is full of cigarette butts and electrical wires. What's this? Just a door, nothing for you here right now. Someone's growing rosemary, thyme, and a cactus. It's kind of snowy.
This door is made of metal and appears to be reinforced. Someone here really values their security. Number 28. This is where the cleaning lady said the smoker on the balcony lives.
Let's see if anyone's home.
No one answers.
Looks like the young man we are looking for isn't home. I think our best chance to catch him is in the evening.
He looks around, taking in the cold spring air.
We should return tonight after we have finished with our day's work. How about 9 p.m.? Sound good? The smoker on the balcony. This is why we are here, right? He might know something about the murder. So, tonight at 9 p.m.?
Sounds good. Tonight at 2100.
Tonight at 9 p.m. Right here. Apartment number 28. Good. Let's go.
This is the door to apartment 29. Complete silence. Whoever lives here isn't home. What's this? Voices from within, along with some buoyant dance track. Wait, you can actually get there from... No. I didn't think so. I think I have to go through Kuno's lair to get to that spot. Okay. Next stop, the other balcony. Nice.
Ruination has come. The broken arches betray the once grand history of this building. It towered over the harbor until it happened.
Form a guess about what
A
happened.
great force from the northeast fired into the city. Heavy artillery shelled the coastline. Fired from the water, a straight shot into Revachol. The tenement acted as a defensive wall against the worst of the shelling until it was destroyed, and they had a direct firing line. The waves of the Martinez Inlet roll over the fallen remains of the building. The dark waters obscure the better part of the remains. What didn't fall into the ocean was used as scrap. What wasn't used as scrap was thrown into the ocean. Those arches acted as support for something greater than what you see now. Only 3 stories stand where 9 to 12 once did. Restoration has failed. What the shelling took out was never rebuilt.
Who did this damage?
A fleet, the combined armies of Occident and Grad, with Mesk volunteers, a 5-nation army, hundreds of vessels. They massed airships further down in the Bay of Revachol. The artillery was so powerful. The ships not only required gyroscopic stabilization, they were anchored into the ocean floor as well. Many are still there to this day. If you squint, you can just barely see the shadow on the water, far in the northeast. Cannons still ready to placate Revachol. Coalition warship Archer can shoot 50 shells a minute on 20 co-aligned archers. They will reach the city in 58 seconds.
Hey Kim, do you know who shelled our city?
The Coalition. But that was a long time ago. I think we should move on. It's chilly up here.
Blunt and to the point. Okay. I wonder if I'm getting more stuff in my notebook and oops, that's what's going on. I'm gonna mess around with that later. Whenever I'm waiting to go to sleep or something. I don't know. Money! Wait. Oh man, this looks like a place that's gonna be good garbage. Someone's been sleeping here recently. Cindy? Cold will last for several winters. Smells of chemicals. 100 tiny feet scurrying beneath the grate. The rats of the city. Pants! How's my reaction speed looking? It's actually kind of been nice to have a lot of reaction speed. Because Because, yeah, these pants. Oh, they increase electrochemistry too. Weird. But they reduce reaction speed. These ones reduce savoir-faire. What other reaction speed? Anyhow, it's just. Garbage? Oh, actual cash money. Hell yeah. The door is locked. You can't get in. Cheers news. Someone lives back here.
Ooh, the piggies have learned how to saunter up staircases. I didn't think you could do that with hooves. But here you are.
That's right, we've evolved. You're in trouble now, little lady. We cops don't like closed doors or unreachable perches or people having high ground on us.
Yeah, I can see that. Cool mutations.
She crosses her arms.
That smell coming from her paint bucket. It's not paint. It's heavy fuel oil. Red-dyed heavy fuel oil is only used in government vehicles, or at least that's the idea.
Is that government fuel oil?
What did you think I was using? Aquarels? Sucked it out of a cop's fuel tank myself. Back in Jamrock.
Fumes are bad for you, okay. Some clever cultural
You
commentary.
ain't seen nothing yet, piggy boo.
Wait, what? Art cop is not an option over here. What? Alright, well, that's fine. Actual art degree. I kind of wonder if I'm missing out on experience or something, because apparently art cop is a thing. Is that bed in the coal room yours?
Ooh. Not only have you found my address, you've discovered my biggest secret. I'm a coal miner.
She does have eyes that seem to be smeared with coal.
Really, you're a miner? Don't you have a real home? It's not the nicest place, but I guess it'll do. Cool, I have other questions.
Yes. I keep hoping a shaft will collapse on me, but somehow it never happens. Does anyone in a city like this? It doesn't have to do anything at all. Nothing does. Like me. Right now, I'm doing nothing at all.
Cool.
The inspiration will come to her once hell is set loose on the streets. It's too calm right now.
Shoot, Piggy. It's what you do, isn't it?
The lieutenant is desperately searching for another handkerchief.
She turns her head. Oh.
Hatred, disgust, the woman on the boat.
That is on her. Someone's got to keep an eye on her. On a first-name basis with her. Pig's not half as dumb as he looks.
Bye, Cindy. I think I'm kind of done here. I don't know, man. Oh, I see. I'm dumb. Yeah, you can go in here and then through here. This is the two apartments that are connected because of the hole in the wall. Not these ones. Alright. I understand now. Okay, so we're sitting on 14 bucks.
Just an ordinary wall. Nothing to see here.
I'm gonna wait on this one. Wait, hold on. I have a conceptualization item. I think. I sure do.
Just an ordinary wall. Nothing to see here.
I'm gonna see if getting the actual art degree improves my conceptualization. I would not be surprised if that was the case. So, yeah, we'll wait. We'll come back to this one in a little bit. There's splattering of bullet holes on this wall. Can't remember what the roll for that one was. Okay, there's something about the body. Like, once I... Okay, I remember. So basically, I want to try and get the boots off the body. But they're basically fused to his feet at this point. So... basically, I needed to do all of the autopsy and stuff first. So that's all done. But I can only try and remove the boots when Kim isn't around.
The dented yellow mailbox.
So... yeah. I need to do that at night. So basically, then whenever I send the body on its way, I'm gonna have to do that kind of at the end of the following night.
The tear machine stands in the corner. Your bottles clunk into the machine.
Yes.
A small cabinet on the wall is filled.
So I need to talk to Everard. The way I see it, there's a couple of ways into Union HQ. One is to try and press the switch by dashing past this guy or something. The other is to sneak in through Kuno's hideout.
Hola, Wandering Man. How can I help you? You know, serious business. I'm sure the big boss will be glad to tell you. You'll have to ask him first.
He's a chatty guy.
Gets him a strike, press button behind guard. Hermetically sealed door, locked by electronic means. There's no lockmaking or kicking this one.
Nobody betrays your degeneracy.
Yes?
Yeah, Measurehead. His body totally betrays his degeneracy.
Do you even know what he's talking about? Say nothing. Size him up first.
Are you admiring my morphophysiology?
A ripple of muscle passes underneath the skin. He lets you look.
It must be frightening to stand in the shadow of this racial pinnacle. Be calm, Sandwich. You are not in danger because you are not a threat to me.
My body is unimportant. I'm with the police. We need to get into the harbor. What do you mean my body betrays my degeneracy? Etc.
You have succumbed to Al-Ghul.
His face contorts in disgust, as if he were smelling a dead rat.
You reek of it. An invisible sword of Al-Ghul emerges from your throat. You cannot see it, but others can. It is making the woman in my company sick.
Wait, what's Al Ghul?
Yes, Al Ghul.
Come on, encyclopedia, don't fail me now.
It means alcohol.
Oh, okay. You mean alcohol.
Correct. My small skull servant.
He nods approvingly.
Al Ghul is an ancient Ilmaran poison. A parasitic fungus that has colonized your race. It is a trick the desert pygmies played on you for humiliating them and stripping them of their land.
Intentionally fermented drinks have existed for 10,000 years.
The Ilmaran people did not invent alcohol. It existed since Neolithic.
This is a fabrication the alchemists of Yizot and Bashir and the Rolam Al Ghul have fed your people. Go on believing in it, race loser.
Whoa, 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 no need to be racist here. I don't think that's how history
Why
works.
don't you have another drink? Your features are not yet congenitally deformed enough.
I don't think that's how that works either.
Measurehead.
Kim, is it really so bad?
It's not good.
Oh, okay.
It's like a rat crawled into your stomach, got drunk, and drowned.
You're right, I'm a servant of Al Ghul, but I still need to enter the harbor. I don't have a problem with Al Ghul. I just drink a little on the weekends enough. I need you to open the door to the harbor.
No, you don't. You need to get another drink. Occidental Haplogroup B4 is done giving orders around here. The influence of the ham sandwich race.
Why does he keep calling me a
great.
ham sandwich?
Does this remind you of someone? The guy down there?
That fat racist over there, pointing to the lorry man. You're just him after pumping some iron. I am the police. I am the law! And I need you to comply now. The race stuff is unimportant here. I just need you to help me do my job.
Look at my craniology. I am the pinnacle of my haplogroup. The pink blob is a bad example, even of yours. It saddens me. You were once a noble and powerful race. You gave the world eugenics, electricity.
Why are you starting with eugenics, dude?
Weapons of war like missiles and aerostatic aircraft. You made great gains in metallurgy, race theory, and statecraft.
Why are you combining these things?
You dominated lesser cultures, like the deformed Hemians and the inexplicably potato-obsessed Quakers. But now your ascent to the genetic summit has halted. You are obsessed with sadness and with frivolous pop culture. You will be superseded. Isn't that right, babe?
It is, baby, yeah. You know it.
There is a button right behind him, just out of reach. It must be the one that opens the door to the harbor.
Come on, I just need you to move back about 20 centimeters. You're right about all this. Now I just need you to let me go into the harbor. The situation is serious. Your people will probably kill man. I need to talk to your boss.
It is my task to keep the degenerate drunks from entering the harbor. Enough with this begging. You should leave the stage of history with dignity by inviting the other races to a great world war.
No, that sounds like a bad idea. Let's not do that.
Bring your troops to the Seminine Islands and to Boogie Street, and we will pulverize you. When you are gone, we will build a museum for you. The walls will be lined with bottles of Al Ghul, your beloved beverage. Inside, we will store the odes to homosexuality you call art, and your microcephalic skulls.
There may be a peaceful solution to this. You could internalize Measurehead's race theory. He would take you as one of his own.
Wouldn't that mean that I'd have to become a Seminoles apprentice myself?
Well, not as such. What you do with the mastery of advanced race theory is up to you. You could reject the findings, sure, or accept them. and become an advanced racist.
Ah, no.
Don't be vulgar. White or not has got little to do with this. The race enigma runs much deeper than that.
He turns his eyes towards the harbor, seemingly bored with you. Yeah, but you still serve him. How does that factor in your life? Stop telling yourself that. I'm sorry, of course. I understand now. Deeper.
Mr. Clare is a man of vision and means. He has the will to confront international capital, which is something your race naivistic communists never did. Also, to serve is noble. It takes discipline. Your petulant individualism has only contributed to your race failure. It is lax and moronic.
I'm no communist. Communism is pretty cool. Individualism is my jam. My jam is mysterious. Fourth thing. Enough of this.
Idiotic communism is the single greatest contributor to your race descent. Everywhere around you, the fruits of its failure to challenge the world order. Individualism, rock and roll music, sexually transmitted diseases.
Ah, crap, where's my cursor? There it is.
Above all, rampant multinational finance still reigning large. Tell me, where have you gotten your love of pathetic communism from? Degenerate youth culture? Rock and roll music?
It's true, I am a rock and roll star and a rebel. Youth culture does not affect my thinking.
Rock and roll is moribund. Only Koikos listen to it anymore. There is no life left in it. My people abandoned it long ago. It leads only to neurodegenerative herpes and heroin overdoses.
That's just like your opinion, man.
I am not surprised you enjoy it so much. This has happened to many of the side products of the inevitable cultural victory of the Seminoles race.
Okay, I'll ask, who are the Seminoles?
The South Island race, haplogroup A4A. We are the rightful masters of the Insulindian archipelago. We descend from the Areopagites of ancient Pericarnassus and arrived here 4,000 years ago. Millennia before you. We are the future. That is all you need to know.
So you're born and raised on the islands before you moved to the Rebel
I
Shell.
am a descendant. The narrow streets of Ulimbuir are with me in my genetic dreams. I see young Seminoles women walk into the grey mass on Ile de Fantôme, waiting on immaculate conception from the pale.
So you did not come from the islands.
No. I have heard about it on the radio.
Cool! So you're not really Seminoles, you're just from Rebel
I'm
Shell.
from Couronne. And no, it is not just in Revachol. The city is central to the Seminoles strategy.
Yep.
Spreading through its trade networks, our culture will dominate the world. You have heard enough about our phylogenetic secrets for today. You have extinction to come to terms with, and never getting into the harbor.
I think this racist is better than the last, but the next racist will be the really good one.
That will be
That will be our lucky racist. How do you know there will be a next racist? I actually like the previous racist better, actually. Gotta say, Measurehead seems more intelligent than the previous one, but he's still like a flaming racist.
He will grant us 3 wishes.
Your pedomorphic friend has quick wits, a protruding occiput, and an indented zygomatic bone.
The lieutenant does not flinch.
You should keep him close. The congenital defect of farsightedness does not render him a complete invalid. He still has the use of his mind.
He does not so much as glance at the object.
But this in the trash lately?
Stop showing me your pathetic cup. I have no interest in it.
Suit yourself.
He had nothing to do with it.
Racists are generally not very good examples of their race.
He gestures toward the lawyerman down the street.
Welcome to Revachol. You hear him yell at a redhead woman visiting the fritter nearby. He must think redheads are immigrants.
I am not like them. I am craniometric perfection. I have taken the trouble to permanently draw a phrenologic grid on my skull and features. This should dispel any doubt. Your silence betrays your inferiority. You do not have a reply. You should enter a deep race slumber. Perhaps in 4,000 years, there is need for a servile homunculus.
Why are you not with the Hardy Boys?
I am not the first line of defense. I am the last. In addition, these so-called Hardy Boys are an effeminate clique of bodybuilders. Their company is spiritually degrading.
You pick up on something artificial in his tone, like he's putting on an act. This is unlike him. He is usually more himself.
So there's more to it. What have you got against him?
Fine. They have recently fallen under the influence of a possibly sexually perverted female vagrant and a narcotics peddler. It's shameful.
Narcotics peddler, tell me more.
Find out for yourself. Endomorphic blob.
Interesting.
The lieutenant makes a quick note. Don't be such an asshole to your fellow dock worker.
The man looks at you, silent and unmoving. His eyes burrow into the remnants of your soul.
So he's a raging racist. If the guy whose card this is white and I'm white, he might just be like, oh, you look the same.
You are not Santiago.
Damn it.
Santiago is not you. Even the phrenically impaired can see
I am
this.
not subscribing to his advanced race theory. No. I mean, I guess I could and then just like not think about it, but
We still need to get into the harbor. There's an interview to conduct. There must be another way.
his gaze wanders over the Whirling's roof to the yard.
Try the jump. Up there on the roof. It'll be worth it. Else there is little choice but to figure out a way to deal with the man. Actual art degree. Trite. Contrived. Mediocre. Milquetoast. Amateurish. Infantile. Cliché and gonorrhea-ridden peon to conformism. I fucked me. Affront to humanity. War crime. Should literally be tried for war crimes. Resolutely shit. Lacking in imagination. Uninformed reimagining of. Limp-wristed. Premature. Ill-informed attempt at. Talentless fuckfest. Recidivistic shit peddler. Pedantic. Listless. Savagely boring. Just one repulsive laugh after another.
Sounds like an art critic. Okay, interesting. Conceptualization passives heal +1 morale and give +10 XP. That is a lot. Okay, yeah, let's leave this on. Sure, I lose some hand-eye... Wait, -2 hand-eye coordination? Where's the other one? Oh, we'll see what this one winds up being. Actually, that's a good point. I wonder if I forget a thought, if I have to relearn it, or if I can just re-equip it. Okay, yeah, let's go back to the roof. Deal with that box, though.
Yes? Yes? Excuse me? You have a distinctive way of walking. If I were to walk in front of you, we would surely collide.
What do you mean
I
distinctive?
hope you don't take this the wrong way. It's just a collegial observation. In the 57th, we call it the Jamrock Shuffle. Officers from Jamrock's 41st Precinct tend to move a bit erratically.
How's that?
They say it's a scene-clearing technique developed by one of your lieutenants for gathering evidence. It's erratic, yet thorough. Prioritizes containers.
Yes, but containers contain things. Shiny things. They're interesting.
You're kidding me. Why containers? Okay, then. That's racist. I don't prioritize containers.
I don't know. Containers contain. Yes. I'm making assumptions. We should move on.
Oh, I can't get all the way to the ground here. Nice. I'm a little bit interested in this building. Let's poke some buttons and see what
Old
happens.
call box with a matrix of push buttons lists all the companies in the East Delta Commerce Center. This button looks new, but someone has removed the name card. Nothing happens when you try to ring it.
Huh. This button looks new. It's probably not connected yet.
He takes a step back, inspecting the other names on the list.
Looks like someone has melted half the plastic off with a lighter. The doorbell doesn't work anymore. Silence. No one answers the doorbell. Nothing happens after you ring the doorbell. They don't want to talk to you. You hear static from the intercom speaker. It sounds as if someone has picked up the receiver, but isn't saying anything. You can almost hear them breathe.
Hello, is anyone there?
Yes, hello. This is Tricentennial Electric.
This is a woman's voice, cackling and fragile through the static.
Have you come to place an order?
She sounds almost antique, as if her voice was being played off an old wax cylinder. A receiver must not be working properly. Wait, but what happened to Slipstream SCA? There's no Tricentennial Electrics on the list.
My God.
The lieutenant exchanges a look with you.
Sorry?
It's you. My God. I didn't think I would hear your voice.
Wait, what?
She must be mistaking you for someone else. Who cares that you don't remember her? Just go along with
it. Yeah, it's me. Here I am again, crawling back into your life. Who are you? Where are you? Do we know each other?
Michelle, just please.
She stops and you can hear her breathe heavily, her breath distorted by ancient static.
Why did you even call?
Uh-oh.
I don't understand. You've been gone for months. I thought you didn't care.
Hold on, tell me what's going on. What did I do? Of course I care. It's just that I've been going through some tough time.
Ever since I came to work here, it's been different. As if my mind's been wiped clean.
What?
A spot of static overrides her words. When she speaks again, it sounds like she's submerged.
It's so nice.
What?
It's so nice to be able to finally forget.
Forget about what?
She sounds like she's about to cry.
Hello?
She doesn't answer.
Hey, you still there? You said it was nice. What's so nice about forgetting?
Silence. The only thing you can hear now is static and waves washing ashore on the bay. Another seagull passes by. It's getting cold standing here, staring at the silent call box.
I don't know what happened either. We should probably stop playing with this thing.
Boo. Alright, bye then.
Press the number sign on the keypad that terminates the call. 12 name cards on the call box read.
Alright. I think if I get some more volition, we'll try that one again.
Whatever she says,
not.
it can't hurt you. You're a different person now. Stronger, healthier, and... Alright, maybe not healthier, but it's a bonus that you've drunk so hard you can't remember any of your past relationships. Oblivion's the ace in your corner. There's a light buzz as you press the doorbell, waiting for her to answer the call. It's cold outside, and you can hear the wind blowing into the speaker. There's the static again, whispering like a seashell pressed against the air.
Yes, hello. This is Tricentennial Electric. Have you come to place an order?
Hi, it's me again. Want to talk to you.
My God.
Here come the bad vibes again. Relax. Distance yourself from it.
Please don't hang up. I just want to explain myself.
It's you. My God. I didn't think I would hear your voice again.
Wait, is she...
Wait, are you repeating your words? Didn't we already say that the last time we talked?
Michelle, just please.
Even her breathing, the way her voice drops when she finishes a sentence sounds exactly the same.
Why did you even call? I don't understand. You've been gone for months. I thought you didn't care.
Is this some kind of joke?
Do you think it's funny deceiving a police officer? Just stop it already. Stop repeating your words. Doesn't matter what you say. You're just going to continue, right?
The voice from the intercom doesn't answer, but you can hear her breathing. Wind blows into your microphone again, crackling and echoing in the box.
Ever since I came to work here, it's been different. As if my mind's been wiped clean. It's so nice. It's so nice to be able to finally forget about you.
And then it hits you.
It's a recording.
She tries again not to cry, and still doesn't succeed completely. Her quiet sobs sound old and distant, as if her voice is being played off a wax cylinder.
Just a recording, and here I thought, why does it still feel like it's my fault? Go ahead, ancient recording, cry
Her
then.
sound melts into the static from a long-distance phone call. From time to time, you can hear people talking in the distance, but can't make out any words. This is where you hung up the call the last time, but the recording is still going.
Let's keep going.
The phone rings in the office with an old-fashioned chime, and someone walks by in a pair of heels. The static is like a warm blanket wrapped around the sounds. No one replies, but the static grows stronger like rainfall. Then a female voice speaks out, completely different from the one before. Glorious and total somehow. Crawling.
Uh-oh, am I going
inside
to
your
take
head.
some morale damage?
Her words are too cold to comprehend.
Oh.
She smells of sodium lights and rain streaks on car windows. Eyes like pilot lights watch your shape in dark hallways, guttering.
So,
The strange alien thought pattern ends. The lieutenant cuts in, inspecting the intercom.
it was a recording trapped in the circuitry from some ancient tenant. This sometimes happens. Shall we conclude here? We have other mysteries to solve.
Wait, a recording trapped in the circuitry?
I don't have time to explain it to you right now. Maybe sometime later.
He looks at the sea, almost wistful. Something weird just happened to me.
Don't take this the wrong way, but during our short stint working together, something weird is almost always happening to you.
That's fair.
That is true.
Fortress Accident SCA.
Silence. No one's home at Fortress Accident.
East Delta Pinball.
Silence.
Okay.
No.
Okay, then we go upstairs. Okay. I'm gonna change my equipment before I make this check because it's a savoir faire check, and I have a lot of stuff that's reducing that. So let's see, this pants. We're just gonna go no pants, it's fine. We'll go no shoes.
The tarpaulin cloak with possible RCM markings is still caught on the railing.
Fine. I need to do this to re-roll the check.
The tarpaulin cloak with possible RCM markings is still caught on the railing.
I'm gonna have to re-roll this check again after I dump some more points in. I think this is 2 morale damage too. It's not great.
Nope. No. That's still too high. What were you thinking? You're not a gymnast. You're a boxer. And you've climbed way too high up there.
Sure. Just be careful, okay? Looks like you almost strained a muscle there.
Alright, let's put one more into savoir faire.
The tarpaulin cloak with possible RCM markings is still caught on the railing.
I guess I don't have to do this, but I could try doing one of the other checks.
As you leap in the air, a chilly breeze engulfs you, sharpening your senses.
Continue the voyage through the salty air.
As the concrete floor welcomes you, you realize it's been a while since you felt so alive, alert, capable. Must be the adrenaline.
I knew you could do it. My climbing down might not have been as disco as your jump, but at least we can explore the harbor now.
Dude, why didn't... I mentioned this last time. It's like, dude, it's only 2 meters. He could just sort of hang from the ledge and just kind of drop down. Because you'd be dropping... not that far. Maybe even nothing.
With your
it's
feet
like 6 feet.
firmly planted on
7
the concrete,
feet.
the noise of the harbor rushes back in.
Arms outstretched, you know, that's maybe dropping a few inches if he's kind of short. Oh, let me grab this. Might equip that. The street accord and shivers. That gives me half-light and suggestion. Okay, get the composure back. We'll get... yeah. Especially after dumping 2 points into savoir faire, it feels better putting on items that reduce it. So, that's fine. Half-light and suggestion. A street accord shivers. It's no negative. I'll keep that on for now. Okay. Okay. Got the jacket. Cool. Oh. I'm somewhere.
An imposing combination of a punch clock and a payphone is looking down at you from the wall. A note on the side says, "Tokens unavailable due to strike. Use change."
I need my change for, living. Radio's emitting strange buzzing sounds. Giant aspirate on the pillow and a pattern of coffee rings on the armrest. Book Le Fumet, Volume 1, Number 4. Sounds like something I can do later. This is a Dewey typewriter. The model name is on the back. Every worker equals member of the board is written on top of the flyers. And at the bottom, the union logo is demand democracy. The door is locked, cannot be opened without a pass card. Well, I have a pass card. So you have no choice but to talk to the union leader. Standard office file cabinet, the drawers seem to be locked.
On second glance, someone has forgotten to properly close one of the drawers.
It's unfortunate for the union to just leave their paperwork lying around like this.
The drawer opens smoothly. Inside is a well-organized selection of brown folders. Hundreds of documents containing logistical data. Two kinds of transactions stand out. Materials coming into Revachol from the outside world, from Muindi, Grad, and even Ilmara. And the same materials being handed over to companies inside Revachol, Kuron, Coal City, La Delta, and Jamrock are listed among the many districts where the imports are being sold.
Anything interesting? Browse.
It's hard to make sense of this thicket of company names, dates, quantities, and percentages. You try to focus, but the lines are getting blurry. The drawer slides shut.
Someone left the coffee machine on. Hey, another postcard. Nice. All right. Neat office shades. Laminated postcard offers a glimpse across the river a little more than a decade after the war. The eastern bank is already fully renovated. The hillsides are lush with gardens and residences. Someone's parked a small beige airship in the fountain. This postcard will sell for a pretty penny. Okay.
The front of this quarterly journal features a large satirical portrait of the late King Friesel. From the sides of his head, a pair of white antlers spread to the corners of the cover.
Why Friesel?
Because Friesel was incompetent, foolish, and cruel. In short, the embodiment of everything the communards wished to overthrow. It's satire, you see. To your disappointment, there aren't any full-color pictures to direct your attention. Just column after column of closely set text, interrupted occasionally by little doodles in black and white. No advertisements, you notice. So who's funding this radical commentary? After rifling the pages with your thumb several times, you return to the table of contents. The magazine is divided into several sections. International development, Kunst und Kultur, and local concerns. Just inside the cover, there's also an editor's note. Comrade, as you know, this journal takes its name from Mazov's immortal expression, Du cristal à la fumée. This was his way of describing the way the rigid, crystalline structures of capitalist ideology turn to smoke under communism. But, like the structures of capitalist ideology, we too are at risk of going à la fumée, unlike many publications which are content to spoon-feed their readers reassuring drivel. La Fumée is committed to telling the radical truth. even when that truth may drive
Oh, it is
away
La Fumée.
potential
Okay.
subscribers. Only 4 issues in, and it sounds like they've already alienated their readership. Perhaps they've overestimated the market demand for this kind of commentary. So please, if you value our radical Mazovian perspective on contemporary politics, culture, and international affairs, please consider subscribing today.
Kim, I think this is,
In struggle, the editors.
I think this is a communist magazine.
What do you expect? It was laying around the office of the Debarbers Union. They're probably bankrolling the thing.
You flip back to the front of the magazine. The table of contents unfolds before you. This section includes a long, tedious critique of the latest round of free trade negotiations between the EPIS nations and the Free State of Semenine. You also skip over an article about heavy fuel oil smuggling along the Messina border, something about bear wrestling in Samara, book riots in Yugograd. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Bear wrestling. Flip back to that.
All right, let's see what this bear wrestling is all about.
It seems to be part of a new public fitness initiative in the People's Republic of Samara, SRV, devised and promoted by none other than President Kanajinsky himself. According to this extremely credulous account, Uncle Sport, as he's affectionately known to his people, has recently decreed bear wrestling the national sport of the SRV.
Hang on, tell me more about this Uncle Sport.
Based on the description in this article, he appears to be an extremely competent and democratically elected president.
Okay.
Sapormat Sport Kanajinsky is well into his 3rd decade as president of the SRV. Outside Samara, he's known for 3 things.
Hey, I wonder who this could be about.
Dissent, monumental corruption, and a near pathological obsession with physical fitness.
Great, let's get to the bear wrestling.
It's quite straightforward. A standard match features 1 man, or in some cases, woman, against 1 bear. 2 competitors, 1 ring, 5 rounds, or until incapacitation. According to the SRV's Ministry of Information, the program has been a tremendous success. Public support stands at 87%, and youth obesity and alcoholism rates are down 12% and 7% respectively. This is the SRV we're talking about. If you think those are the real numbers, there's probably a guy who wants to sell you a bridge in La Chette.
Guess it's hard to fight a bear if you're out of shape. I guess it's hard to fight a bear if you're drunk. I'm not sure I trust those numbers.
What are you, a statistician? Did the moral intern send you on a fact-finding mission? This is the SRV party line, comrade.
Kim, do you think there's any chance our case will take us to the SRV?
The Samaran People's Republic? No, I should expect not. Why do you ask?
I was thinking it might be fun to partake in a
suppose
bear
that
fight.
would be something to see.
Lieutenant seems amused at the thought of you wrestling a bear.
You flip back to the front of the magazine. The table of contents unfolds before you. Unsurprisingly, much of this section is taken up with articles declaring unqualified support for the dock workers' strike.
Whoa, crazy. Who'd
You
thunk?
skim the headlines. Paint the harbor red and white. Martinez tames the wild pines. A city in revolt. First we take Martinez, then we take La Delta. Finally, there's a brief article by the writer, G. Martin, accusing the owner of the Capeside Apartments of illegally attempting to evict certain communist tenants simply for not having paid their rent. Ah, this must be Gaston's handiwork.
Damn, communists should have killed a lot of them when we had the chance. If it weren't for Lapine, Wild Pines, all those moochers would be out of the charge. Charging rent just to live somewhere is pretty outrageous. Wouldn't it be better for everyone with labor and capital to react to some reasonable accommodation? Why should I care? This doesn't have anything to do with me.
The writer G. Martin remarks dryly that capitalists love wealth redistribution, so long as it's only redistributed upward.
Got my communism
It's
point.
true. The rentiers have been bleeding you dry. You really ought to find your own place one of these days. You flip back to the front of the magazine. The table of contents unfolds before you. It takes a moment, but gradually it dawns on you that Kunst und Kultur must mean arts and culture.
Yep.
Why they decided to title this one section in Volda is beyond you. Obviously, because it's cool to drop random phrases in foreign languages. As you leaf through this section, you come across several reviews of recent radio plays, as well as a brief artist spotlight featuring a local artist identified only as CS. The main feature, though, is a long essay titled Tip Top Tournée, a critical Mazovian perspective. The Tip Top Tournée is an inter-Isolari racing series, mostly known for its high speeds, ludicrous sponsorship deals, and high death toll. In Revachol, it's held quadrennially on the prestigious Zero Carousel racing circuit. This so-called artist spotlight is really just a brief Q&A, made all the briefer by the subject's evident hostility to her interviewer.
Let's see what these communists have to say about Tip Top.
You think you're settling in for a relaxing recap of the most recent season, maybe sprinkled with some nice anecdotes about a few of the more colourful drivers. Instead, you find yourself skimming a 10,000-word feature about all the politically problematic aspects of Tip Top Tournée.
Yeah. Yep, there are problems with Formula One.
Where to even start? For one, there's the crass commercialism of its sponsorships, and then there's the practically criminal emphasis on deadly motor crashes. So, all of it, basically.
Hang on, who wrote this stuff? What's wrong with a good motor crash? They just keep it interesting.
Oddly enough, this article has 2 bylines. Nasteb Encolada Bernal and Exilus Buka. There's no way those are real names.
Oh, that's right, these passive conceptualization checks, hold on. With actual art degree, I heal a morale, and it gives me experience every time I get one of these. Man, that's a good one. I'm glad I got that. Holy cow, wow.
Have you ever met anyone named Exilus? Come on, they're plainly pseudonyms. Under capitalism, the article says, every pursuit has its price. Every pleasure, even one as elemental as the joy of racing
I just zoomed out a bunch and I don't know why.
is reduced to an advertising opportunity.
Yep.
Thus, the so-called tournée becomes a competition between increasingly meaningless brand signifiers. Your discount laundry detergent racing against a pack of Astra cigarettes, or even a Fritta.
Right. But then you get to see him crash.
And that precisely is what's problematic about it. Were it not for the promise of random, spectacular violence, audiences would quickly lose interest. At the end of the day, it's the destruction of these 750,000 real races that you're really watching for.
Only 750,000 real. That's chump change. Anyhow, I'm just thinking of Formula One. Those cars are worth millions and millions and millions of euros. Anyhow, no, I'm pretty sure I like it for the race.
Sure, you think that, but subconsciously, it's the visions of brand names being engulfed in flames that you crave. It's the stilted language and overconfident tone that's the real giveaway here. You're almost certainly reading a recycled university essay, one that could probably use some edits.
Can't believe someone actually published this utter tripe. Never really thought about it that much.
That's because you haven't been reading critically. But don't worry. The whole point of these sorts of articles is to let someone else read critically for you.
Kim, you wouldn't believe how badly written some of these articles are.
I can imagine. Something tells me there's not exactly a glut of young communists itching to write about Tip Top for La Fumée. If I had to wager, I'd say they've never even seen the inside of a motor, much less a motor race. I take whatever they write with a large grain of salt.
You flip back to the front of the magazine. The table of contents unfolds before you.
Yeah. So yeah, there's a volition check in the file cabinet that I was unable to pass. Collecting rainwater. Aight. Oh yeah, I can finally get all this garbage. Fuck yeah, dude. Numerous bottles of Commodore Red and potent Pilsner. At least 3 packs with the cigarette butts. Oh, there's more. Gimme. Yeah. Oh man, I'm rich.
This is the Night Watchman's booth. The name on the door reads, Rene Arnaud. Listen, it's okay to take a few minutes to yourself. Sit down and have a breather. You need to rest.
Shit.
Your body is aching. Getting in here has taken something out of you. Have a seat.
This is where Renee works. I'm gonna look around.
If you must. But please hurry. We are pretty easy to spot up here.
Nothing incriminating catches your eye. The cabinets are clean and their sparse contents meticulously organized. There's a framed photograph on the table. Looks like the inhabitant is rather pedantic when it comes to order. It's a black and white photo of a young couple out in a street fair. The man, Rene, is dressed in a Royal Carabinier uniform. The girl is young and very pretty. She is smiling playfully at the camera.
Why did you take that picture of Rene?
The lieutenant asks, glancing at the photo, and ask him about it. I'm a cop. It's instinctual to collect evidence. Make an artistic photo collage, Kim.
Of course you are. What murder investigation would be complete without an arbitrary photo collage?
The chair is not as austere as the rest of the booth. A thin grey pillow is attached to the seat, secured to the stiles by black ribbons. Stale air floods through your nostrils. Not a single mote of dust floats inside your lungs, though. The inside of the booth is immaculate. The drawers are empty, save for old timesheets and receipts. One small box, however, does hold some cheap painkillers. They are slightly out of date. Oh boy, where to start? Elevated risk of dementia, mini strokes, prophet's disease, sudden death, hair death, erectile malfunction, critical flatulence, watery blood, black mucus, uncontrollable weeping, increased sensitivity to La Opera, inoperable joint disorder, total spinal collapse. Don't think about that. Quick, think about something else.
If I'm not fucking Renee over by taking his painkillers, I don't see what the big deal is, since presumably I'm scared I'll never be held or loved in this world again.
The imagined dazzle of light overwhelms any list of potential side effects. Any negative thoughts are drowned out by the fantastic blast of disco.
I'm not here to tell you what to do, detective.
You take the painkillers. They are yours now. You stand and exit the booth.
Man, you had the good stuff. Black and white photo of a couple posing in front of a Ferris wheel. The girl is young and pretty, the man clad in the fancy uniform and smiling. On the back, very steady hand is written the words, Revachol Fair, summer of 91. That was like 60 years ago. I don't want to get on this roof somehow. There's stuff up here. I want it. All around you, great machines in quiescence. White pines are printed onto the screen covering. Looks like a forest under snow. Oh, I see. So let's just kind of sneak through here. Nice and... nice and cool. Wait, hold on. What's that?
A rusting control panel with several knobs. 2 buttons marked Marsh and Arrête are faded with use. It seems to control the large crane above. A
Oh boy.
container is attached to its hook block. Marsh. On. Arrête. Off.
Is there a container attached to that? I don't know, man. I feel like if I play around with the with the crane. Oh yeah, there it is. If I play around with the crane, it's gonna A, break something, and B, probably alert everyone to my presence. And I don't really want either of those things to happen. Oh yeah, how much do I have in my bag right now? I have 11 bottles, so that's 220. Okay, we're close, we're close. Oh, I can't get over there. Oh, look, some antennas. Speaker tower is silent, but there's no work to organize in the yard below. What's this? Someone over there. They're singing. The musk of oil and rust comes from the chasm in front of you. It smells like blood. Industrial-sized thermos. It smells like burnt coffee. Okay, that's... Banner sags under the weight of rain and snow. White waves on red. Hello.
Container, container, I'll turn you nice and red. Container, container, put the logos on.
The lyrics to this container
hey.
song are being made up as
morale.
he goes along.
Oh yeah.
The accent is so thick, it's impossible not to notice he's Ubi, from the vanishing peninsula of Ubisund on Muindi.
Container, container, used to be Wild Pines. Container, container, now belongs to Everard.
Tiny Man is so engaged in his work he doesn't notice you. How many points do I have? I have only 2 points. I had to spend a bunch. Alright. Never mind. Hi.
Everard, 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 he looks after everyone. Huh? Well, hey there. How can I help you, mister? I see you are not a union man, mister. Did you get lost? You're not one of them scabs, are you?
What is it with you people in scabs? The shadow passes over his kind face.
I mean, I don't personally mind. Folks is just folks, you know, and folks gotta eat.
Doesn't seem to be waiting for you to answer.
Just some of the other guys don't look too kindly on the scabbing kind, if you know what I mean, mister.
You're Ubi, right? What are you doing with the containers? Where is everyone? The harbor is empty. Do you work here? What's in that container over there? Point to the container suspended from the crane arm. Look for the dock, or the leader of the dock workers union.
Oh, you want Mr. Everard then? He's an awfully nice fellow, he is. Him and his brother are both nice fellows. They've lived their entire lives in this here neighborhood.
He coughs and continues immediately.
Guys like Mr. Everard and Mr. Edgar, his brother, are real good guys. Made Martinez what it is today. Mr. Everard and Mr. Edgar and I went to the same school we did when we were boys.
Easy now, Leo. I just want to know where I can find this man.
Oh, Mr. Everard is where he always is. In his office, of course.
He points to the 2 joint containers on your right.
Oh, yes. Born and raised in Irish, mister. Mum had to leave my dad after he got a bit violent. Took us here to the new world. I was about 10 then. Too old to lose my accent then. People say us Ubis are up to all sorts of trouble with sheep and other animals and whatnot. I just want you to know there was never any of that where I come from. No, sir. Those are just nasty rumors.
Thank you for clarifying that, sir.
What are you doing with the containers?
Oh, I'm just making some covers for them containers here. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. So it's easier for the crane operators to spot them.
Let's see. Some kind of superstar. Alright. Okay. So I'm not going to be able to increase my logic.
The containers in the yard are green in Wild Pine's livery, and the mountains rising behind Leo is all red in Union colors. It's like some red infection was spreading outwards from the container yard's core. There appear to be cisterns underneath the Union container covers.
It's like a massive redecorating operation, Kim. Has anyone told you why you need to change the covers? What's underneath those red covers?
Yes, they are hiding it from the inside. All the red containers have the Debarders Union logo on them.
No, not really. Mr. Everett doesn't tell me all the big things. Says I go and tell them to everyone. Oh, I don't know, mister. They say it's some chemicals. Most of them have labels on them, I think.
Thanks, Leo. You've been very helpful.
No trouble at all, mister. No trouble at all.
Little guy affirms merrily. Where is everyone? The harbor's empty.
Oh, most of the guys are down at the gates, keeping the scabs from coming in.
He leans in with a confidential look.
We're on a strike. The whole union is. You don't have to work when you're on strike. Ha! We haven't worked for 2 months now.
So no one is working?
Not everyone is down there, of course. Mr. Everard is in his office, where he always is. And Jean-Luc is guarding the gate.
Pauses to think.
But Titus and his boys got into some drunken trouble and Everard sent them on a nice vacation. For a week or so.
He stops, but seems eager to tell you more. What kind of trouble did this Titus and his friends get into?
Oh, I'm not really supposed to talk about that. That's union business.
He smiles and leans closer.
Him and his boys stirred up something in town. Probably drank too much and got into a fight or something. I heard Mr. Everett telling them to take some time off.
What did they actually do?
I guess the boys got a bit too rowdy and had to let out some steam. I don't really know the details.
I need to find Titus
That's
then.
just how boys are, you know. I haven't been in a fight since I was in middle school.
Easy, Leo. Let's keep this on the hard ease.
Who looks to you for assistance?
Look at him. It's not going to be anything useful anyway. Don't fight it. Better to go with the flow.
They kill a mercenary?
Too late. Leo's mouth is still moving, and the words are spewing forth. Words, words, and look, even more words. This guy could go on till the end of days. Now he's talking about some drunk sawmill owner who... No, he already switched to a prized fishing rod
he's one of those
he
guys.
apparently owned at some point. You know what? Just cut in there with your questions.
Do you work here?
Yes. Everybody needs a job, and this is mine. I'm Leonard, by the way. Leonard Bellick. But everyone calls me Leo.
The little man raises his hand in a welcoming gesture.
I'm like Mr. Everett's right-hand man when Mr. Edgar is out of town. And Mr. Edgar's right-hand man when Mr. Everett is away. Actually, Miss Beaufort is the right-hand man, but she's a lady.
Who is this, Miss Beaufort?
The lieutenant looks up at Leo.
A real pretty lady with a skin like those Douai Sucre candy bars my missus likes so much. Them are real nice to suckle on once the dinner is done and me and the missus sit down beside the radio. But I can't listen to the radio all the time. There's so much to do around here and I'm always busy keeping things running here. Yes, I am. Yes, I am.
Hold on, who's this Miss Beaufort you mentioned?
Oh, Lizzie. She is a real sharp tool. Mr. Everett put her through some fancy school and everything, east of the river. 4 years she was gone, and when she came back, she was all fancy and lawyerly.
Ah, she's the
He
attorney.
respects that word. That's obvious.
But she's a real nice girl. Grew up in this here neighborhood, knows everybody and gets along with everyone. Real pillar of the community one day, I'm sure. If me missus and me was to have a child, I'd be real happy if she turned out like her. But she can't have kids.
So the radiation?
Dr. Lemaitre said so, and she knows about such things. Been a doctor for almost 50 years she has.
He sighs and falls silent, watching you meekly with his blue eyes.
So Everett trained a lawyer named Miss Beaufort. Interesting.
Yes, this place really seems to run like clockwork. Keep it up, Leo.
The lieutenant smiles at the little man.
Well, thanks a lot. Coming from you, it means a lot, really.
You didn't think it was possible. The smile becomes even wider.
Sometimes I feel some of the guys don't really get how much I bust my ass for them here. But you guys are alright.
What's in the container over there?
Oh, that one. That should be empty as far as I know. Lots of containers here have nothing in them. They're just waiting to be loaded up. Bye-bye now.
Turns to his work. Oh. Oh, hold on. Time out a minute. Alright. Cash money over here, hell yeah. Nice, looks like I am going to be able to pay my lodging today. Yes. Hobo Cop wins again. You know what, I'm going to go ahead and look in this crate. We'll see. Actually. This is a disaster.
A rusting control panel with several knobs. 2 buttons marked Marsh and Arret are faded with use. It seems to control the large crane above. A container is attached to its hook block. Marsh. With a loud grind, the crane shifts overhead, moving a massive metal container through the air.
Okay.
And with a surprisingly quiet thunk, the crane places the container down. The harbor sleeps as the strike rages in the distance. The crane can rest again, now that its purpose has been fulfilled. Moving this container, of course. For this purpose it was built. For this purpose it has acted. And now it will rest.
I can't see how that was worth the wreckers. Except for seeing the crane in action, which I admit was satisfying.
Before you stands a cargo container, just one of many in the yard.
Falsen means whale fjord in Arden.
Before you stands a cargo container, just one of many in the yard.
Lieutenant, I think there's something special about this container.
Because I don't. There
Why
are
not?
a million containers here. Why are you fixating on this one?
It's hanging from the crane. I don't know, Cam, it just feels special. Maybe there's contraband in here.
There may very well be, but we are not here to look for that.
Actually, we are.
We are not here to interact with containers. We are here to interview the Union boss.
No reply. The knock produces a hollow ring of metal. Doesn't sound like there's anything inside the container. You attempt to turn the handle, to no avail. The doors seem to be mechanically locked. To your left, the lieutenant considers your actions with some puzzlement.
Persuade the door to open? What? Erratic yet thorough. Been in the world for 2 days. Huh. Well, I mean, I'm not going to get that one right now. Unless I save scum the piss out of it. Alright, well. We'll leave that alone for now. We'll come back. Oh, hey, more money. Shipyard is oddly quiet. The great machines are sleeping. Cash money. Oh, yeah, I guess who's not sleeping on the streets tonight? This guy. Alright, let's talk to the union leaders. Coffee in giant thermoses. Still lukewarm. Something tells me I'm going to want authority. Stair made of pallets heading up. Taxidermy fish that tells time. Does it sing too?
Before you is a walrus
Okay.
of a man seated behind a large desk. He looks up from his work, not the least bit surprised to see you. With great effort, he straightens himself up in his chair, yet says nothing. He simply stares at you, with a mixture of expectation and impatience, well bottled.
Welcome, Mr. Dubois, Mr. Kitsuragi. It's good of you two
It's
to stop
me!
by. Please, have a seat.
I now know my full name, Harry Dubois. He gestures at a tiny chair opposite the giant desk. I'll
I'm
stand.
Everard Clare, head of the Debarders Union here in Martinez.
The man relaxes into a chair and continues.
I'd offer you my hand, but unfortunately my health prevents me from getting up. You understand?
He looks extremely comfortable. The tiny folding chair, on the other hand, looks like a torture device.
You go ahead, detective.
Lieutenant nods at you, then the chair.
Whatever he has in store for you, it can't be good, he thinks. I'll do my best.
Do I have esprit de corps? I do have esprit de corps bonus. That's right, because I got it from Ace's Low and from my jacket. I think. Yes, I guess I could have just looked over here. Anyhow.
Forget about that. What's with this Dubois stuff? You're getting some seriously bad vibes from that name.
Please, Mr. Dubois, let us converse in a civilized manner, as equals. Take a seat. I insist.
I don't sit. It's kind of my thing.
Very well, Mr. Dubois. I respect a man with strong convictions.
As he nods, his multiple chins move like ocean waves.
I, too, have convictions. One of which is that I will not engage with any man who won't face me at eye level. Should you find yourself more amenable in the future, I'd gladly resume our conversation. But until then, I'm afraid I must ask you to leave.
He turns back to his typewriter.
You're no Titan affiliation, buddy. He's got you in a fork. Sit down or leave.
Okay.
Excellent, Mr. Dubois. I can see that you're a reasonable man, and reasonable men can be of great use to one another.
He gives you a sly wink. Remain serious, try to wink back.
So tell me, how can the head of the Debarders Union help a representative of the Revachol Citizens Militia today?
The chair you're sitting on has got to be the most uncomfortable chair in the world. It's violating your backside.
Challenging. Huh. I was about to say, because Pain Threshold, I actually have some bonuses on this one. Bummer.
Oh, by the way, I heard you got a rather rude reception from a certain Lawrence Gart. Some people have no manners, it pains me to say.
Yeah, like you. You're making me sit in this awful chair.
This should take care of that nonsense.
He points to a giant novelty check on his desk. It's absolutely comically huge.
It should be sufficient to cover your expenses for a few days and patch over your differences with a cafeteria manager. Go ahead, take it.
He points at it again.
Wow, that's 25 real. That's good money. You need it.
Wait, you know Gart?
Yes, I know Lawrence. He's a real character. No union man in him. A real piece of work, that boy is.
With a grin, he points to the checker game. It's like you're on a game show. At least don't thank him for it.
Is there anything you'd like to say to me? Or...
No.
No, it's cool. You've got integrity.
Cool? I wouldn't go that far. I'm sure there are cooler things than delivering a comically oversized novelty check to a cafeteria manager. But, sure, if that's what's cool nowadays. Now, I'd like to set your mind at ease about one other matter. Your lost gun. Let me assure you,
Oh,
Union
good.
people are on it as we speak. I've got my best hounds looking for that lost gun.
His slug-like lips move, but all you hear is an echo. Lost gun, lost gun, lost gun. The world is swallowed by a black hole of fear. Only 2 words escape its gravitational pull. Lost and gun.
Still took damage off of that. Interesting. Oh, I'm not... Man, I'm glad I re-equipped my stuff. Wait, that's right. Half-light is sort of like mental anguish. Fight or flight response that enables you to sense the situations you're about to turn. It injects palpable fear into your heart, fear that urges you to act before it's too late, blah, 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 blah. Perpetual fear. Nice.
When he said, "Don't worry," he actually meant, be very worried.
How do you know about my
I
lost gun?
know everything, Harry.
I need a conceptualization
right now,
check.
I know that you're worried. Don't be worried. Everything's going to be all right.
How's my conceptualization? Really good. Alright, cool. Actually, hold on. Is it too good? What happens if I... Yeah. Yep. If your conceptualization gets too high, you just kind of live in a fantasy world and aren't tethered in
It's
reality
not
at
like
all.
you left it loaded. You didn't lose a loaded gun. Local children aren't out there
Oh.
playing with it right now, pointing it into their own mouths. It's in a safe place. I just know it. I have a feeling everything's going to be all right.
Kim.
Officer, we will deal with this later. We don't need Mr. Clare's help with this.
Thanks, Kim. You're my friend.
I wouldn't be so sure about that.
I would like to change my equipment because I have some composure reduction stuff. Never mind, I don't. 28%. I'm gonna panic.
God, you're sweating. Your knee is jerking. You're about to cry, aren't you? You're about to cry because you lost your gun and those children are gonna shoot themselves with it.
So what, men can cry
You
too.
want to cry? God, you're weak. Whatever you do, don't cry. He'll think you're disgusting.
He already does, and I think he's disgusting too. Whatever is fine.
Mr. Dubois, you don't look so good.
What is this, Mr. Dubois? He keeps repeating. What is he trying to pull here? You need to cool the fuck down. Chill.
Mr. Dubois.
Man, I'm getting wrecked by these
Mr.
checks here
Dubois.
today.
Harry!
Large man snaps his fingers, but to no effect. You're in some stupor. Keep sliding down the chair like a jello shot. There are no Harrys. Let your mind go to your safe place.
Mr. Dubois, are you okay? Can I get you a glass of water or something? Are you having some kind of medical emergency?
Maybe you could use your hands somehow, in a kind of throw-in motion, like you're throwing that Mr. Dubois act right back at him. He's Mr. Dubois.
I'm melting. Oh yeah, man, I'm fucking great. Keep sliding down. I'm as good as it gets, Mr. Dubois. Vaguely gesture with your hands above your head.
Don't be dramatic. I can see your condition isn't terminal.
What an odd demonstration of... you got me, Harry. I don't even know what. As entertaining as it was, I'm afraid we're wasting our time. And I'm an extremely busy man, as I'm sure you are too.
Not really.
Okay, enough. We are here to ask you some questions pertaining to a murder investigation.
Quick, here's your window. Get yourself together and ask him questions. Police officer questions.
What? Harry, how could you say that to me? You know I appreciate a joke as much as any jolly fat guy, but I can't take slander. Are you actually investigating this?
The reaction appears to be sincere, but it's impossible to tell with this guy, honestly.
You've hurt me, Harry. Me, A friend. But you know what?
He perks up.
I trust you, like I trust all my friends. And I know you'll never talk to me about this again, because you don't want to wound me. So do what you want, and let's change the subject.
He's hiding his real reaction beneath courtesy.
Thank you for your understanding. We will continue to do what we must.
You too, Lieutenant. You know, I like you, but you never were my favorite. I'm a Harry guy. I'm Team Harry.
I don't know, man. I think...
Taken. Did we have anything else to do here, Harry?
Aren't you gonna ask me how I got
Harry,
in?
honestly, I'm just relieved you didn't get a hernia. A man your age...
Man, my age, what are you implying? I'm at the peak of my abilities. I'm surprised by the resilience and athleticism of this tool I've been provided with. Tap your chest. My body's gonna break down any moment, probably push it to the limit. Enough wackiness, let's get back down to business.
Yes, yes, Harry. You are obviously in peak physical condition, and I salute both your initiative and your physical prowess. Very impressive, Harry. Very impressive. Anyway, I assure you, I am a very well-informed man. Information reaches me before I even get the chance to request it. Of course, let us dispatch with the formalities. You call me Everard, I call you Harry.
That's what the hanged corpse called you. Harry.
So that really is my name.
My God, so it's true. I didn't want to believe it, but you are a fantastic science fiction amnesiac cop, aren't you? What are the odds of that?
I think the odds of that are very low.
Hey!
It might be a good idea to hide your confusion. I mean, see what his game is first.
My memory is fine. I'm just testing you.
So good to hear that, Harry. Apparently my sources were wrong. However, if you did have a spot of memory trouble, I could help you out. With my big fat folder.
Oh?
Words flow like a river of honey from his lips. I guess word has already reached him. No matter. No harm done.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like if a superstar Hobocop wanders through town, word gets around.
It's just a brown folder. You can't make out what's written on it.
Are you trying to tell me you've gotten hold of some of our documents?
Lieutenant inspects Everard over his spectacles.
Mr. Kitsuragi, would you mind? Me and Harry are talking about his lost identity right now.
Don't just jump to the folder. That's not smart. Shows you're on the edge. Do some probing first.
Oh, we're gonna look at the folder, but... Let me get this straight. What is my full
It's
name?
Harry. Harry Dubois.
Wait, I thought you were Harry Dubois. Okay, I like it. I can work with that.
And I can work with you, Harry. Now, what else can I do for you? But of course, Harry. Your precinct is the 41st and you live in Jamrock. You're a Jamrock boy. A long way from home, but that's okay.
He doesn't really seem to know any more about it.
You know anything about my family? Do I have a wife or kids or...
Family? Harry, you're not a family man. There's not one peep of family in here. Unless you think you're a family man. Do you strike yourself as a family man, Harry?
Nah.
That's why I like you, Harry. A good man knows both his strengths and his weaknesses, and you, my friend, you are one of the all-time greats.
Oh?
Harry, you're not simply a cop, you're a star.
You're goddamn right,
a bright, shining
superstar.
star in the drab law enforcement sky, outshining all other stars. You're a superstar.
That's what I like about you, Everett. You get me.
Of course I do, Harry. And I'm gonna help you shine. I'm gonna put you on all the big stages. Your name in giant neon letters. Harry Dubois.
He's probably just making a guess based on your recent activity in Martinez.
Oh. Oh, yeah. I wonder if this changes if you're like Apocalypse Cop or something like that.
Ah, this? My friends in your organization gave it to me, Harry.
This translates into, haha, you guys are so corrupt.
I find that very suspicious. May I have a look?
I'm afraid this is meant for Union eyes only, Mr. Kitsuragi. I'm sure you understand.
All right.
Please continue, Harry.
You're looking pretty good on this check.
As you look at the folder, Everard covers it with his hand and pets it. He's hiding it from you because it's not a real RCM folder. It's just another one of those brown folders you saw in the file cabinet.
That's not an RCM folder.
Okay, Harry, you got me. This is from the Census Bureau, not the RCM.
What?
Those Census Bureau people are absolutely corrupt. You should do something about them.
Why would the Census Bureau have...
He got the name from the Census Bureau, and everything else from your actions here in Martinez.
Okay, thank you, Kim.
Yes, Mr. Kitsuragi from the Census Bureau. Like I said, now I'm actually a very busy man. So is there anything else I can do for you, Harry?
He's grumpy, so now he's telling us to leave.
He doesn't really know anything about you. A pity. The mystery of you will have to remain a mystery for the time being.
Yes, that's what I said. Try to keep up, okay? Let's move on. Yes, your lost gun. My best men are on it. They're turning every stone, searching every playground, asking kids, grandmas, everyone. Your gun will be found, Harry. Let me assure you of that. It's just a matter of time and effort.
The only way to find it seems to be working with him. He might even be holding your gun hostage.
Hold on. Could he really be holding my gun hostage?
Who knows? Only one thing is certain. If you work with him, you're going to get it back. And working with him might be the only way to do it.
I don't know if I want to volunteer this information. The gun may have been bought from Roy's pawn shop. I haven't factored that in.
Harry! I was only trying to be tactful. A lost gun is a dangerous thing. I can't have it around in my neighborhood. Kids could be playing gun roulette with it as we speak.
Gun roulette?
Teenage gangs could be arming themselves. Get a hold of yourself, Harry.
Oh, think of the children. Okay, let's find the bullet before I get fooled. Okay. Wait. Because I talked to Roy at the pawn shop, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I sold your gun to an angry woman." That was today. Maybe not. I don't know.
I assure you, we are working on locating the missing sidearm as well.
Excellent, Mr. Kitsuragi. That's excellent news. Oh, of course. That's your main thing here. That's why you're in Martinez. I know everything that goes on around here, and I would love to help, like I'm helping you with your lost gun. I mean, it's no secret that the lynching is connected to the strike. So much to talk about. Honestly, it's been weighing on me so heavily. I understand you need to interview me.
Since it's a butt.
But there's a thing that's been keeping me up at night. I want to talk about the hanging. I mean, if we could just calmly talk, exchange information, we could blow this thing wide open.
Yes, that sounds good. Let's do that.
But I can't think straight with this thing weighing on me. You're police officers, aren't you? I have a crazy idea. You guys are basically door-opening machines. Incredibly talented at opening doors.
Kim, is that true? Are we door-opening machines?
I'm not sure I understand. If you're asking us to break down someone's door, it's not going to happen.
Come now. I just need you to go open a little door for me and leave it unlocked. A simple thing. Absolutely nothing shady about it.
An excellent opportunity presents itself, sire. You could win the trust of the arch-liar, pretend to play into his hand. Then, should you wish, bend his efforts towards your own.
Why don't you just open it yourself?
I'm a very busy man, and more importantly, I don't have that extraordinary physique you do. You look like you could run around all day.
You want to send someone a message that the police are working for you.
I repeat, I'm a very, very busy man, Mr. Kitsuragi, and therefore I must occasionally enlist outside help. So what will it be, Harry?
Whose door is it?
Oh, no one's. It's just a weasel. A weasel lives there. Nothing for you to worry about.
What do you mean by weasel?
A loud blabbering weasel. When weasels feel no one is watching, they start acting foolishly.
He removes his glasses and rubs his nose.
Just go there, unlock the door, and leave it open. It's been such a burden on me, Harry. I just want this to be over so I can discuss business with you.
He puts his glasses back on.
Harry, my dear friend, I am what people call a local bigwig. I know everything that goes on in Martinez.
You know what? I'll accept and then maybe not actually do it.
Fantastic, my friend. Just let me know when it's done and we can take our friendship to the next level.
He flicks his fingers.
You can get the key from Manana. He's down by the gates. Manana's like a free agent in the Union. Special operations. Hardened socialist. A real free thinker, too. He'll tell you precisely where the door is. One last thing, Harry. Just open the door. You don't need to go in or anything. I just want that weasel to come home and see the unlocked door. Oh, that's very nice. I haven't gotten around to her yet. I'm very, very busy, you see. I hope you're getting along. One thing I want to make very clear, Harry, is that this is not some kind of union versus corporation situation. Everyone is just pals here.
Just pals?
We're all trying to do what's best for Martinez. Don't feel like you can't cooperate with her because you and I are such good friends and I'm helping you find your lost gun. I'm not a jealous guy.
What happened to the previous negotiator, Mr. Gabant?
What do you mean, Harry? Nothing. I let him go.
He made concessions for the company in previous negotiations. Why would you now let go like that?
He's an old man, Harry. I wanted him to spend more time with his family. God knows how long he's got left.
Called him a midget.
Harry, I have little people in my organization. I would never call someone a midget. What is this? Honestly, I'm beginning to think you're a midget, Harry.
Whoa, I thought you said you never call
I'm
someone
only kidding,
that.
Harry. You're not a midget. No one is. We're pals.
Uh-huh.
Vanished? Harry, the woman left her casserole in the oven and couldn't make it here in time for the voting. Oh, did I leave my casserole on? Better go home and check. The election can wait. When she got back, the whole thing was over.
Wait, there was no mention of a casserole from Joyce.
Funny, Joyce didn't mention any casserole.
Harry. Do not fixate on this little matter. Maybe it was a rabbit stew, or a hairdryer, or an iron. The point is, her heart wasn't in it. Mine was.
This particular brand of humor he has, it makes for a fine distraction.
Yes. Low balling, of course. This isn't a casino, Harry. Real people, real livelihoods are at stake here. But everything's a casino for those rich types.
Okay, so it is that door. I was thinking I have encountered a few locked doors, and one of them was by the greenhouse in the backyard.
His expression makes it clear. This is childish and irresponsible behavior.
If she actually wants to see me, she will find a way. Any good negotiator would. And I just don't have anything to discuss with a bad negotiator.
It's a fortress. He knows she can't get in here.
I got in here. I snuck in on
He
them.
doesn't want to see her. It's as simple as that.
Of course, Harry. Let me just assure you one more time. It's perfectly okay to share anything we discuss here with this Joyce. This is a completely transparent organization. I have no interest in what she is doing, but I myself have nothing to hide. Your business is your business, and I respect your privacy. Just remember, none of this is secret. Tell her about all of it. My brother's picture, my singing swordfish clock. Tell her how overweight I am and how I'm helping you find your lost gun. Tell her about
He does keep bringing that up, doesn't he?
Everett doesn't mind.
It is rather interesting to tell people things about each other, isn't it? It was nice telling him about her right now.
What's that container outside?
My dear Harry, there are literally millions of containers in this harbor. I couldn't possibly remember what's in all of them.
Something special about it. It was attached to the Kvalson crane.
Harry, you smooth-talking son of a bitch. Time is a precious resource, and I don't have enough of it to count containers with you.
Smooth talking. Maybe that's the way to go about opening the container. You should at least try convincing it.
However, I'm going to leave now, but we might talk again later.
Wait. You need this to get in and out through the gate.
Ooh, is it another pin for my flare badge? Thanks. I was wondering how I was supposed to get out.
Here, you're one of us now. A real red and white Union man. Take care, Harry.
Giant novelty check. This 20 by 50 centimeter check looks like it's meant to be handed over ceremoniously on a gala-like event. Supposedly exchanges for 25 real at your local freight store. Below the number, a careful hand has written the checks. Words constable's rent. Excuse me, constable's rent. All of it. Note, worthless in a pawn shop. Okay. Okay, so apparently the wait, bullets. I have one bullet. Ah, okay. Weird. Yeah, I was thinking that the DeBarter's Union card just kind of went into the ether with that bullet I found. But, nope, we're all good. Alright, let's get out of here. We're gonna go smooth talk that crate in the opening. Where is it? It's down there.
You're back before the cargo container. Its drawer has not
No.
lessened since you were last here. If anything, it seems to have grown slightly.
Never mind. Interesting that it's a rhetoric check, though. That's actually something I might be able to get at some point. %. Okay. 16 minutes. Cool. Wait. Hold on, is there another way out of here? Oh. Yeah. Alright. I can go through the office. See if I can get past Measurehead now. Probably not.
Your race descent has only worsened since I last saw you. You have really let yourself go.
Okay, whatever. Let's talk to Manana.
So, how'd you like our harbor?
You've been in there, he means. talked to the boss man too, probably.
It's but a rest area on the path leading across open plains.
He notes solemnly, then turns to you, a wide smile adorning his face.
Right. You talk to the boss, eye to eye, like men of the plain. If you have any more questions, I'm set to talk.
Everard said you had a key to a door.
A key, huh? What door is this key supposed to open?
I don't know, some whistleblowers, I think.
Oh, say no more. I got you.
Taps the side of his nose with a little wink.
I got that key right here. And let me tell you, it's mighty good of you to help us out during the strike. Working class solidarity, as they say.
Saw an opportunity, I took it. I'm a hustle grinder. I heard something about a weasel that doesn't sound like a local polar weasel, if you know what I mean. Not opening the store for myself, I'm opening it for all working men. I'm not really doing this for political reasons.
I knew this man was a commie. And it's a good thing you're doing too. Thanks. What you're looking for is a basement door behind the greenhouse. That's behind the whirling and rides. That's all I know. Our organization is what you call compartmentalized. Means we keep out of each other's business.
Okay, but where did you get the key from?
The janitor gave it to me. Nice fella. We talked about life and things that really, truly matter.
His gaze wanders off to the distance.
None of this mess we're in. This jiving and juggling. What's it for? To feed our children, I guess.
Anything else I should know about this task, this weasel person, when he'll get home?
I'm more of a philosophical dock worker. I like to talk about the big picture stuff. Who I am, who you are, what we are fighting for.
Red takes a big sip from his flask.
He means he's not going to tell you, cause he doesn't know. But he will shoot his mouth off with you now that you're working for Everard.
We're negotiating our share.
Your share?
Aye.
He seems pleased with himself. It's not wages or pensions or how large a share would you like? Oh, okay, economy stuff. I get it. I want to talk about something else.
This stuff, they already covered. It's not enough. Not enough to get ahead. More about keeping us in our place.
How large a share would you like?
All of it. However, right now we want all the harbor workers to be on the company's board, so they could take part in the decision-making process.
This seditious talk sounds like communism. Just so we're on the same page, communism is basically wanting to kill the rich people, or deporting them to a labor camp in southeast Grad. But don't say that out loud if you're a communist.
Are you a communist? The bossman Everard. What can you tell me about him?
No. I don't think I'm a communist. Seeing something of value and saying I want it all to myself is a much older and simpler notion. No science to it at all. Even a weak child can think it. The only things holding someone back are I can't and I shouldn't.
The stuff you do aligns admirably well with the World Republic. Why not call yourself a communist? Right on, brother. Shouldn't take what's not yours. Cool, I don't have anything to add to that.
Just the way the world works, Boyadero. I think it's best you make up your own mind now that you've met him. In my eyes, he is a capable organizer and a decent businessman.
What does bossing the union entail anyway?
I guess you kind of get to be the village chief. He oversees the harbor, makes deals with the owners or other relevant parties. Watches out for his own.
By that, you mean corruption?
By heavens, why would he not be corrupt? We live in a harsh and disordered world, see? And in this world, the old man is corrupt for our benefit, and we know it. Appreciate it even. He is, personally, not too lavish.
Does seem lavish to me.
He is reasonably lavish, sure. That's his prerogative. It's not like you want a saintly demeanor on a corrupt motherfucker. That would be a manipulative illusion. Besides,
Fair.
there are no non-corrupt systems in the world anyway. And moralism is the most corrupt of them all.
This man has political theory, and it has not failed him today.
Seem to have spent a lot of time thinking about the political situation.
Sure. I've had the necessary free time. Fortunately, there's always time.
The look in his brown eyes conjures up an understanding. For him, having command of his time is the most important thing. It all comes together now. The way he speaks about scabs, his general attitude. He's a follower of a 500-year-old Franco-Nigerian Boyadero code, itself an appropriation of Vespertine cool. That of a noble peasant or a traveling herdsman. True to yourself, independent in your actions, loyal to your friends.
Doesn't sound that cool. Sounds antiquated, obsolete, passé. It is not disco.
No.
I could, but what if, maybe, unless...
No. The
You're no
man
fun.
sits on the railing, his hands reaching far and wide. Yet it feels as if he could, effortlessly, go even wider, if need be. An endless torrent of time.
The mercenary, eh? Who could have killed him? That's indeed the question. Why even do such a thing?
Shakes his head solemnly. The Merc was hanged with a very specific type of cargo belt, one often used in heavy transport areas, for example, harbors. Harbors are prime area of suspicion. In your opinion, are the dock workers involved in the killing?
What a thought. Why would noble workers resort to such a thing? Unless they were pushed, of course.
Pushed how?
Your dead guy was an enemy combatant.
Hold up, what does that mean?
He was an agent of the opposition, attempting to undermine our honorable efforts. I ain't the murdering type, but that's just me. Large organizations like our union have all sorts of men, with all sorts of skills.
He's not lying about not doing it himself.
Understood.
I agree.
This has been of limited use. Still, thank you.
No problem. I wish the best to you in your search. Sure, I'm glad it's not my search.
Takes a sip from his flask. Well, what's this? Oh yeah, this.
Bow collector. It's early in the morning. The world is dark blue. The sparks light her face, a delicate composition of triangles. The streets seem to grow longer, like in a dolly zoom. And there's something in the air as you stand there and wave back at the shapes growing smaller and smaller. Something that has always been there. A great see-through world. The tenderness you feel. The ghost of Revachol between you, carrying your signals. The holy messenger.
Oh wow, that's a lot of shivers. A lot of shivers. Does that put me up to 6? Okay. What does too much shivers give me? I hear the city speaking to me. Alright. Cool. Okay, where to now? I guess I could go shake down the, Actually, I'm gonna go to free. Hold on. Do I actually want to... So I got 2 more things I can learn. I don't know though. I'm gonna trade in the thing here. Comically large check.
Is this about the questions again? Because I don't really know anything.
Need to exchange this novelty check for cash.
Wow. I didn't know you worked for the union, sir.
She rolls up the giant novelty check. Looks like she's seen it before and slips it under the counter.
Anything else I can do for you?
No, you don't work for the union. The union works for you by supplying you with cash. That was easy. Worryingly so.
Did I get more? I think I did get more stuff.
The tear machine stands in the corner. A sign says, 1 bottle equals 10 cents. Your bottles clunk into the machine, and the money appears with a satisfying jingle. You're a richer man now.
Cool. Alright. Hey guys, it's very late, and I'm kind of sleepy, so I'm going to go ahead and call it here. A little bit short. I started super late today, so the fact that I went this long is kind of good. So yeah, I'll be back to do some more of this tomorrow probably. Thumb's still healing. It still hurts though. So yeah, we're gonna keep postponing Final Fantasy 16's ending until that's all better. Hopefully it'll be in the next few days though. We'll see. So yeah, thanks for watching everybody. Appreciate you all hanging out. Have a good rest of your night, and see you next time.